bars make this.
Sinner.
Purchase your tracks today.
I keep on falling, falling and falling. Will I ever reach the bottom? I'm sorry, 'cause I keep on falling, falling and falling. The dealer of pain is what they call me. And I keep on falling, falling, falling. Will I ever reach the bottom? I'm sorry. I keep on falling, 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 falling. The dealer of pain is what they call me. And I keep on falling, falling, falling. Will I ever reach the bottom? I'm sorry. I keep on falling, 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 falling. The dealer of pain is what they call me. Suicide's on one. One. Suicide, motherfuckers. Shafts the dome. We're all in. Fuck it up. Do it again. Ooh, yeah.
Rumble, YouTube, family, what's good? What's happening? Oh, Lord, have mercy. Family, what's good? Yo, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lord have mercy. Oh, boy. All right. I kind of messed that up. But, family, what's good? What's happening? Welcome to Flat Earth Friday. Flat Earth Friday. Flat Earth Friday. We made it. We made it. It is the week's end, and it is Friday night, and you guys are spending it in the foundry, nice and warm and hot with me. Maybe not too many people in Canada could say the same, New York or anywhere in the Northeast coast, but if you're out there in California, Nevada, Australia, enjoying your summertime, then it's hot. You know what I'm saying? But man, family, it ain't no place I'd rather be than here on Friday, Flat Earth Friday, in Ironwork 92000's channel with the Foundry, the world's greatest chat, the world's greatest Foundry. Everybody in here smart, everybody in here handsome, everybody in here beautiful. You guys are amazing. Like, no shit. Like, real talk, you guys like inspire me to work harder, do better, present better, avoid as much cussing. Then remember back when I started, every other word was an expletive. You know what I'm saying? Now, messing with you guys, I have learned to strategically place my expletives throughout my content. You understand what I'm saying? So it's been quite a growing process with you guys, but definitely an adventure that I would do over and over and over again, like it was Groundhog's Day. So for that, you guys pat yourselves on the back. You guys are amazing, truly amazing. Now I sound like I'm kissing y'all's ass, but who better than to kiss, the Foundry's ass, man? You guys are the shit. Now let's see if I missed anybody. You got Frank Monday, David Sims, Sean Alkey, AC Pebbles, Mojo Shop, Nate X, freaking, Jared the Jaguar, flat, flat Erie, Flat Earth Erie. How you doing? Valley Parks is in the house. Lowry's in the house. Sean Alkey's in the house. Yep. Mojo Shop, I think I said you, is in the house. Yep. All right, Stephanie McGuire is in the house. Shannon Emerson, everybody knows Shannon's in here. Everybody that knows Shannon, we love Shannon. Shannon's our day one. She's like one of the main pillars of this whole construct that's Ironwork 92,000. You know what I'm saying? She was with me back in the Ghost of Judah Tribes days. I think Nate X was as well. A couple of you guys were. Nano CBD and everybody else. Y'all know what it is, man. Back in the old hood. You know what I'm saying? But now we're in the new hood. It's a little bit different, but we still miss our brother, the Ghost of Judah tribe. I think he's moved on to greener pastures. He's moved away from the flat earth, I guess. I don't know. I haven't heard from him in a while, but we still miss him. We still love our brother, man. Still love him. Still love him. Eldon Bean, I presume. Mr. Bean. Yes, of course. Mr. Bean, of course. Please, sir, step right here, sir. Yes. Greg B's in the house. What's up, bro? It's good to see you. Saddle Bum is in the house. All right. I love it. Rider, Night Rider, Day Rider, Flat Earth Rider. What's going on, brother? It's good to see you, man. Rider. So I wonder if it's Rider. If it's the same Rider, Chief Rider. If it's you, let me know. Lately, I've been getting bombed by guys that I used to serve with. and I love it. Some of the guys that I served with in the military back in the day, I guess they seem to pay a visit from time to time, and they sneak in. They see me in action, and I tell you what, man, these guys, I miss them a lot. There's no better group than the guys that I've served with, really. I miss these guys a lot. They help shape who I am now. They changed my life, and they've made me the better man that I am today because of a lot of their help. You know what I'm saying? They let me see the beauty that's inside of me. Only they could see. Anyway, that's stupid. But y'all know what I'm talking about. These guys are amazing dudes. Real talk. Half Warriors in the house. Oh, snap, Mr. Warriors in the house. Warriors in the house. Warrior, I did get your email. I didn't get to watch the video, though. I did not get to watch the video. So I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm not going to BS you and give you some song and dance. I did not get to watch the video. However, I shall watch the video. And I shall properly respond. I haven't responded yet. I wanted to take that time for use exclusively. So please forgive me, but know that I am thinking about you. Yes. Eugene 12, what's going on, brother? Serious business. What's going on, family? God's watching this flat earth. What's good? What's good? The next chapter in the house. What's good? What's happening? All right, all right. All right. So Jared the Jaguar, Frank Monday. Okay, so that's with the intro. It's good to see you guys. It is good to see you guys. It truly is. In serious business, I'm sure you love seeing your name being touted, just the serious part of serious business being touted a lot these days, especially with our brother Mikey. He's been coming around and he's been showing much of what's in your name, right? He's been really showing serious and serious business indeed. And our brother Mikey Smith, horizontally opposed. We know who he is. We know what he does. Um, he's got some very interesting footage of many of these heavenly bodies in the sky, right? In a different way, in a different light, pun intended. See what I did there? And you don't see it anywhere else. You don't find it anywhere else. But we want to give a shout out to Mikey. Wish him luck on some of his new adventures coming up. And we've been getting a lot of flack for how Mikey's been getting this footage. I look at it like this, man. I look at it like this. I think it's an honest attempt at something that we're trying to learn. I am not one for analysis paralysis. I don't like to sit and think all day to come up with a solution for something. You know, there are times where there's a time and there's a season for everything, right? Didn't Jesus say that? There's a time for everything. There's a time to be born. There's a time to die. There's a time to sit your ass down, and then there's a time to do. I think as flat earthers, we have a penchant to do a lot of sitting down, a lot of thinking, and that's a good thing. It's time to there's a time to be introspective. There's a time to try and figure out what this place is before we make a singular move. But when do we make the move? You understand what I'm saying? I think it's time that we've spent many years. There's some of you guys that have been a flat earthers a lot longer than I have. Some of you guys have been a flat earthers for what? 10 years, right? 12 years, 15 years, even. How? I don't know, but you did. You managed. And no movement, right? What kind of movement have we made? What kind of progress? What do we have to show for the community? I sincerely believe that. Let me continue with these greetings. Greg B. Greg B. Greg B. Jimmy Satterfield, our brother, our brother. It's good to see you, man. You guys are amazing. Jimmy Satterfield, another one of my day ones, undoctrinated. Some of these people, I'm saying your name twice because it's so nice. You're so nice. I gotta say it twice. Pat the Diabetic. Pat the Diabetic, I remember him from the Ghost of Judah Tribes channel as well. Pat the Diabetic, welcome, brother. I love seeing that name, Pat the Diabetic. But we're gonna pray for you, man. We're gonna pray that you get better, that you get over your diabetes, the way Wilford Brimley used to say it. Diabetes. Kindle, Candy Lou. I guess I'm saying it right. Candy Lou. Let me stop. Cindy Lou. How you doing, girl? It's good to see you. All right. Cindy Lou is in the house. It's good to see you guys. You guys are beautiful. You guys are amazing. Yes, you are. Now, who does we have in the house tonight? Who do we have? I wonder. I wonder who we have in the house tonight. He hails from Brooklyn, New York. Every once in a while, he'll drop in. You may recognize him by the background. Every once in a while, he'll have a guest. You get him at a different angle. Actually, the same angle every time. The one and only Lowry, everybody. Welcome, Lowry.
Man,
that was everybody.
Excellent
it's
intro.
Good to see Lowry, everybody.
I mean, you've sat right here. You've sat literally right here.
I have. That's right. I've been in there, man. I've been live in the studio. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. Lowry, what's going on, brother? It's good to see you, man.
Good. It took. I had to take a little bit of a break. It was very intense over the last month, and we've all talked about it. And I think we're kind of in a space now. And I thought about it today. I was like, that's why I texted you. I was like, look, I think it's time now that we've gotten through the crucible. We've gotten through what I would call the major cannon fire, and we've made it this far outside of it now. And I think we can start talking with clear minds. And I got a little bit of juice from I can't say who told me this, but somebody that's prominent out there in FE land, and reminded me of something and a new way to handle as we're working forward through this. And I'm happy to take you through it. But how are you doing, brother? You good?
Man, you hit the nail right on the head. Yes, there's a lot to deal with that final experiment. And at some point we have to kind of we have to let that thing be. It's got its lickings. It's grown into what it is, right? These guys went out, they did something. Maybe it might not be to our satisfaction. Maybe it might not be at all what they claim that it is. Whether it is or whether it isn't, it's done.
Yeah, and right? I think that's really important, because we talked about this back in November. We were like, get out in front of it. This is a false dichotomy. We already see what it is. We talked about that, and then we knew there was going to be fire. And the fire happened, between Christmas and New Year's, and in the first couple weeks of January, the fire fucking happened. Yep. So that was my one F-bomb I wanted to drop there. But
all right,
man. We are now past the fire, and we're starting to see things a little bit more clearly. Someone who's very prominent, I'm not going to say the name, but someone who's very prominent in FE land reminded me of something that Nico and I, we had Jer on the phone before he left. And he said something that I
not just King Nico, Nico in the back, right?
Nico, yeah, Nikki. You know her as Nikki.
I call her Nikki.
It was not me. It wasn't me.
So we were basically talking. We were talking to Jared before that, and something that I forgot, something I glossed over, which was, and this person reminded me of it today. Now I don't know. Again, you take this for what you will, but I'm just trying to pick up the pieces after this last month of pure fire and pure war in FE land, and something that Jared said to me and also to this person that I heard this from. This doesn't justify where his position is. I think he's on his own journey, and I don't care anymore. But he said, look, if I come back talking like a Glober after I go out there, that means I'm compromised. And I forgot that he said that to me. This was, and he said it to several other people in the community. So I would. All those people out there that are analyzing some weird shit that's going on Jared's channel, he may be talking to us in code. He may also have just genuinely took a bunch of money and just said, hey, fuck it, I'm going to take the money and take care of my kids and not do anything else with it. So that's some juice. That's some stuff that I forgot. So what are your thoughts on that? I mean,
no, you know what? After I said this a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, and then from time to time, sporadically, I've been saying that. I said he's compromised. And I mean, I just came out. I was looking at his actions, seeing how he went from night to day in a matter of a trip. I said he's compromised. There's no listen. I would like to think like everybody else, and I'd like to think that he's just a no good motherfucker. I really would.
I don't think he's a no good. I don't think he's a no good.
I'm serious.
I don't
honestly,
think that,
that's what I want to think.
Right.
I want to think that. But another part of me is like, just take a step back and look. Why would somebody do that? And
The
maybe I'm letting him off the hook. Maybe I am. I'm trying to not. I'm trying to look at it from a different perspective, all perspectives. But just the way, the energy at which he's coming back, and the energy at which he's presenting his new show,
yeah,
I'm like, he's got to be compromised.
and it looks
There's
that way.
nothing. It doesn't. It just doesn't make sense. And I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for it, but honestly, I don't give a fuck. I just give it like it is, right? I just tell the truth,
Look,
right? I
there's a
tell the truth based off of what I see, and I'm not.
yeah,
I don't know Jaron. Jaron doesn't know me. He probably don't give a fuck either, and that's fine. You understand?
yeah,
But at the same time, we have to. We understand this country that we live in, and we understand the people here are evil, right? Like there are real bad guys. There
yeah.
are real evil people, or there are people with twisted agendas. Whatever they are what they are. But they reach people like Jaron that don't have as much pull, that don't have as much of the power that those people have, and they make them do things, or they make them do things that maybe are against who they are as people, right, and against their morals. It doesn't matter what they thought before. They're going to act according to this or else. And so I totally feel it.
Yeah, and your audio, just so you know, your audio's fading just a little bit. I don't know if it's your connection. I know you lost power a little bit today.
Okay.
See if I can get you. I don't know. I can hear you. I heard everything you said, and yes, you know, this is what I actually joined a Telegram group. I don't do Telegram a lot, but I went into a Flat Earth Ship Crew, which is Falkenbach's group, which has a lot of people in it. I would recommend if you guys want to join it. It's a pretty good Telegram group. I don't Telegram a lot. I don't really know how to do it, but it's not difficult once you start doing it. But there's a lot of talk about like, okay, so how do we manage it moving forward? Speaking in terms of like, because Jaron is a part of this community, he is. So how do you talk about Jaron without selling him down the river? Is he talking in code because he's been compromised? Back at us. What's going on with that? And like everything points to that. Like he's got 7 observations that are proving that he says are proving a globe, and he's not. They're all sky observations. They're not the Earth.
Yeah.
They're not the Earth. So like if you were to just look at it from an outsider's perspective and look at him, he almost has joined sort of the Joe Rogan crowd, where like when Joe flipped from like being the biggest, NASA denier of all time, overnight he just became, no, we went to the moon. And I was like, how stupid do you think I am, dude? I mean, like a lot of the shit that you talk about is really fucking smart, and I like it. And I like your guests that you have on your show. And then you just flip on the moon landing overnight. I mean, that smells of money, and it smells of being compromised. And it just is. That's no knock on Joe Rogan's character or Jaron's character. It's just that's what it smells like.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely. And now you see Joe Rogan has flipped back to his normal self, but he's done the damage. The damage is done. You understand?
They threw the grenade.
So, yeah. And how do I sound now?
You sound great. Yeah, you're better. You're
Thank
back.
you. Much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I just want to make sure you weren't fading.
That sounded like shit. And y'all remember when I started this show, my shit was looking bad and I was sounding bad. So I was all over the place on my show. Like I sounded
dude,
bad.
we all started on laptops, dude. Like the laptops, and then we just.
I started on fucking Oregon Trail.
She started on
right?
Oregon Trail.
Yeah. Like, yo, I started with Atari. We're now at Sega. We're now at the Sega Master System.
Yeah, indeed.
Level right now. You know what I'm saying? So we got, it comes with freaking Alex Kidd, freaking the light gun, Shinobi, freaking you name it, Zillion, all that. For all you guys that played the Sega Master System back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all, man. Five back at y'all.
There was another thing I wanted to, like, as an addendum to, like, what I was saying about Jaron and, like, this person that talked to me today about, like, everything that's going on. It's a positive thing, and I'll be straight on this. This is a very positive thing. I think TFE massively backfired, and I thought that it was this way a month ago, but now I really know it, because now we have a litmus test where we can describe those that are compromised, those that are giving hints that they're compromised, and there's a multitude of attacks on what happened out there wherever they went. Doesn't matter to me. The real juice of it is that after the fire, after we went through that gauntlet, which was early January, where everybody was fighting with each other, everybody's pissed off at each other and mad. And now we have a clear view. We have a clear view, and we've stepped back from it. And this is why, people in FE land are really fucking fantastic people, and I think we're all legends, is that we can step back and look now what happened. And the last 2 months, if you can't see what happened by now, you may not be flat Earth yet. You might be working on it, but you're not flat Earth yet. But like, if you're truly flat Earth, you can see what happened. And that thing backfired. And now we get to watch the onion unfold and see who's what, who's what. I would be really careful about how you go on the attack on anybody. I always encourage people to have strong discourse, but be careful. You don't know what's going on with a person or a certain person. Like, I remember when we talked, we were really hitting it hard, like late December, and I was like, I think it's a gambit. I think it's like they're playing good cop, bad cop. I think Witz is going to play good cop, and Jared's going to play bad cop. And it sort of kind of worked out that way because Witz tracked well and Jaron didn't. And so, like, okay, so what am I supposed to make of that? And, like, I got a friend of mine who I've known for 10 years that just suddenly flipped and started saying things that are bullshit. Yeah, I'm not white knighting for this dude. I don't know what journey he's on. I don't frankly care, but this is where we're at now. And so now we have to analyze the situation and say, like, hey, okay, but guess what? We're going to see a bunch of interviews come out in the next 2 months, and we have a litmus test. And everybody here now knows how to see it. So, like, we can watch that. I watched Dr. Shiva. Like, I really love that guy today. He had a thing with Weiss today.
This is part 2, correct?
Yeah, well, no, I saw the one that Flatzoid did earlier.
Okay, I thought they did this second interview.
I don't know. I'm not aware of a second one. I'm only aware of the initial one they did. Now, here's like Dr. Shiva. Loved him throughout the 2020, that thing that happened in 2020. And I loved that he completely broke apart that narrative. Well, now he's talking to, he talked to Weiss.
Yeah.
And,
you want to know something? I'm sorry to cut you off. What it was a couple of years ago, I got on his channel when he was running for president. Hi, I'm Dr. Shiva, and you may know me as the creator of email. And what you'll recognize is, and he'd say all that shit, and I was like, yeah, motherfucker, he did a live. I was like, flat Earth, motherfucker, you need to look at it. And I threw like $10 in there. I was like, look into flat Earth. He was like, listen, I don't give a fuck about whether this Earth is flat or if it's a fucking domino. It doesn't matter. What we need is we need to get the blah, 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 the Zionists out of office, blah, blah, blah. I was like, that's nice, but you need to look in the flat Earth, motherfucker, like you really do. So I kept on his ass. I even made a video of it, and I put it out there. It's in my earlier archives where I got on Dr. Shiva's live, and he kind of spoke about it. And I think people like him, people like Dr. Shiva will lend an ear and possibly even lend an actual voice to flat Earth. And now, fast forward 2 years, here we are. And we've got Dr.
And and this is what I took from it. Like, I watched that interview, I scrutinized it. I saw the whole thing before Flatzoid went through it today. And I looked, I was like, the first red flag that came up was like Dave was actually showing him a simple experiment to describe his position, and Dr. Shiva was deflecting. No, I'll just write it on a piece of paper. I watched the whole fucking thing, right?
You're going to have to let me finish talking first, Dr. Shiva.
Indeed, and so like what you see is like you see actually what I saw in it at least was like you've got a guy whose ego is wrapped up in 4 different college degrees, which gives him power and lifts him up. But if he doesn't understand basic geometry, we all laughed at him. We all fucking laughed at him. I was like, you're a joke, dude. You're literally retarded, not by what we think is like retarded. You're retarded. You're slow. You don't get the math, but your ego is making it seem like you get the math, but you don't. So he was either A, putting off, and or what do you call that when you like stretch out the time until it's out? Filibustering. He was filibustering the entire interview.
Procrastination.
Well, procrastination, but filibustering.
Different than that.
Filibustering is when you use up all the available time to get the point out. So
Run out the clock.
you run out the clock, yeah. So Dave is basically trying to say, hey, I've got a really simple one here. It's over a frozen lake. It's 8 miles long, and there's no curvature detectable. And he goes through the interview, and he's like, he won't hear the actual simple experiment that he asked for. And you watch him go through this ego cycle, this ego spin. I'm like, dude, I don't care how much fucking money you have, dude. My friends on my little YouTube channel are 10 times smarter than you are, dude. And it's like, and you look at this shit, and like, it makes most people fume. Like, nobody wants to, like, Like, say somebody like, I loved when he attacked, the 2020 thing. I loved that, and I gave him a lot of props. But he still isn't smart as this community. I think I got to remind everybody here that's listening. If you're here and you're keeping up and you're actually truly been in this thing, you are extremely intelligent and you have power. And these cats, this is a guy that makes probably $1 million in Cambridge, north of here. Yeah. And I could walk up there and make him look fucking silly in 30 minutes. And I don't make any fucking money off my brain. It's sad, but true. Yeah. And I think there's a lot of people in this community. Same thing. You walk right into the office and make this guy who's a poser who like knows how to make email. Okay, so like, yeah, maybe you got some information, it was fed down to you and whatever, and like you did that, and now you're super smart, but you're not really, because you didn't get the scientific experiment. Okay, here.
Wait a second. I'm sorry, Vlad. Do you know that is the guy that took down Gawker?
Gawker sounds like a dirty
The
thing. It
blog.
sounds like Gawker.
It was like a
Gawker was
it was like kind of like Gossip Girl era. It was like a very like high society New York City like blog.
Oh, I thought that was something dirty.
No, he was the guy that took down Gawker and got it.
Oh, okay. I think I know. I've heard of Gawker. It never stuck to me. I've heard of something that like this.
I didn't know that either. I was like, I recognize this name, but I was like, why do I recognize this name? And then I was like, OMG, this guy is literally the one. He ran for president.
Yes.
If you just go to his wiki page, it's insane.
So I don't want to stick too long on Dr. Shiva. I do want to touch on him a little bit. I want to kind of flow into what it was that we gathered from this final experiment. But Dr. Shiva is an important piece to this whole thing, because this is what I see. And I could be wrong. Now, with this final experiment, he's what?
Maybe.
I think he's on our side.
We can work that out. I have several different.
I don't know.
On
like
this.
The bridge.
I don't know. Now, I think this is what I'm seeing. David Weiss was a big part of the flat earth. He did 1 million interviews, especially like in a day. He'd do like 4 or 5 interviews. So he's got a lot of traction in the community, right? Or he did at one time. Mm-hmm. After the final experiment, he kind of, not that he fizzled out, but it wasn't too good a look for him, and a lot of people lost confidence in him and his brand, right? And I think to make a big comeback, David Weiss is using the people that he can in that part of the world with a little bit of power, right? With a little bit of notoriety, i.e. Dr. Shiva. He's going to pull him out of the closet like this is like the fucking special weapon right now. He's like, fuck that. Motherfuckers want to ignore me. I'm getting Dr. Shiva. Right. Get Dr. Shiva out there. Now your name is becoming relevant again. Now your brand is starting to get legs and starting to get traction again. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. Here's my thing at the end of the day, right? The final experiment happened. 1, 2, you still took their side, right? We witnessed what happened, what you did, what you said about us, because we didn't go with the official fucking narrative of that final experiment. That's not going to go away. Don't think that we're going to forget about it just because you got Dr. Shiva, fucking Dr. Scholes. It doesn't fucking matter who you get. You know what I'm saying? So just because these things happen, it looks as if you're trying to save a brand. And okay, to call a strike, I get it. He's got money that's on the table. He's got money that he still needs to make. He still needs he still has a family he needs to feed. I get it. But my thing is at the expense of us, right? We're a bunch of broke no offense and no foul on anybody, right?
No, I get you.
I'm broke as well. We're not a bunch of rich people over here trying to run shit and trying to ruin people's lives. We're not injecting people with monkey pus. We're not sprinkling things in the sky. We're not lying to people's kids. We're not trying to turn them into fucking orangutans or anything like that, right? That isn't what we do, right? And what we do is we come out with the truth. Now you have an element out there that's not that, right? That's not like us, and they do something totally different. And when we expose you for being part of what we abhor, then we don't want any part of you. I don't care what it is you're starting to, what your plan is for the future of your brand. It's like, your brand is mud now, I think. in my opinion.
If you wanted to I will again. I'm the perfect person to address this with you and your listeners. Insofar as at least Dave Weiss. This is an old friend of mine, 10 years.
Right.
He hasn't shown me any qualities that he is doing something wrong. What Dave Weiss is really good at. This is me after watching. Jeez, man, I don't even know how many interviews I've watched. He is. He's more of a publicist. He's very good at figuring certain things out, but he's also a publicist. I think like Whitsit's much better at arguing the physics. I think actually Alan and Shane are much better than Whitsit arguing the physics. Okay. Dave goes out there and he just tries to get publicity. That's what his perfect thing is, and he can argue the science enough, and then he kind of gets outside of his stuff. And then people come at him because he's getting outside of his stuff, and he admits that.
Right.
I've been in his house. He's not a CIA agent. I've seen pictures on his walls. I've been up there many times. I've been on his boat. He doesn't strike me as somebody that's an enemy of.
He cannot confirm nor deny that Dave Weiss is a CIA agent.
Yeah, it's a very similar thing to like Sarge. I've hung out with Sarge now for years and years and years, and what you have is this big wasp nest of a lot of people talking at each other and trying to figure out who's fucking us. Who's fucking us? Who's fucking up our movement moving forward that we clearly see that there's no measurable curvature. Everybody clearly sees it, and the game keeps going. It keeps getting switched. You're like, well, let's talk about gravity. I'm like, no, that doesn't have anything to do with the ground you're walking on.
Right.
Yeah. So my impression in all of this is that a lot of the folks that are out there, just like if you're just looking at a computer screen, and that's what you've always been in this community, is to go out and meet a lot of these people that actually go out, they actually expose themselves, they go to events and everything else, and you'll get a better idea of who they are. And then you can make your judgment on whether you think they're CIA or if they're legit or whatever. Right. And but we just went through a firestorm in the last month. I mean, they threw a grenade right in the middle of our community and blew it the fuck up. Mm-hmm. That's what they did. And it was by design. But now, like, what I like about this community, what I like about the people that come from all walks of life in this community, they're still level-headed. They have memory. They can think and have memory back 5, 10 years, 15 years, and they can think forward, and they can discern. And that's what we got. And now we can sit back and look at what fucking happened. And it was a shit show. Was it not?
Mm-hmm. And there you had a lot of people in the community call it out, and then a lot of them got ridiculed, and then there was a gigantic schism. And that's that is the, I guess you could say, the flaw of having a big channel. Now, okay, we've got a guest over here. We've got a guest. Can anybody guess who it is? He hails from Louisiana, right? Louisiana, where you kind of, do all them good things, eat damn hog mog and shit like that, damn boudin and shit like that, all them good things out there. What's that? What we got over here?
You have a crawfish boil.
Yeah, big old crawfish boil, low country boil. We got one of our people over here. And so come on down, brother. Come on down. We know who it is. A brother that we love and know. We know him. That's Porter.
Look, I'm out here and they meet on the street, y'all. And I'm looking at all the cars and the people walking around here, socializing in front of the shop.
Uh-huh.
And you know what's the weirdest thing about everything that I'm seeing apart from this device?
Yeah.
It looks normal.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It looks normal, dude.
Guys, hold on. We have another guest. Give me 1 second. Yes, how can I help you?
Brenda, really?
How can I help you? You are here. You are
Brenda,
live.
you're muted, Brenda.
You're muted still.
Are we gonna do this again?
We're gonna pull the Matrix on that ass.
Brenda, what's up, man?
You guys talk about it.
Are you all right?
What's your problem?
No, not my
Brenda,
problem. You
fix
sound
your
like you're
mic.
echoing right now.
Fix your mic.
What?
Figure it out. If we're gonna listen to you, we need to hear you.
You sound like you're echoing right now. What's up?
No, I'm just talking.
Brenda, what's up, man?
So people like Larry
Brenda, we can't. Brenda, your
Log off
mic.
and
We
come back
can't
on.
hear you. Brenda, your mic.
You sound like a computer trapped in a fake space. Just log off and come back on.
It's right. It's the phone.
We can't hear you, Brenda. Just
Brenda,
log off and come back on.
I don't. You're in a bucket right now. You sound like you're talking in a bucket. Like I'm serious. You don't sound normal, man.
Yeah, I'm on my phone instead of on a good mic on my desk.
I don't know if you're on your phone or if you're sending smoke signals, Brenda, but you don't sound good at all. That's what I'm trying to tell you. God damn, dude. I'm on my phone. That's why. Well, I don't give a fuck if you're on a phone or if you're talking through a fucking shoe. God damn. Shit, man. Figure that shit the fuck out.
I mean, normally she knows.
Oh, it's because I'm on my phone. Well, people do these things on their phone and they don't sound crazy like that.
Normally she's like fine, but like tonight her mic doesn't work. Or hers, his.
But telling me like I'm dumb, like you know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, man. Motherfuckers don't even want to see your ass on here and already you starting shit. Anyway.
I mean, I think we have a free, I think honestly with Brenda, we have a free, literally a free experiment to watch. Here, Brenda, here she is. There you go.
Yes. It's just better.
All right, hi, Brenda.
Brenda, what's up? What's up?
Is that better?
No, it's not.
Can you get a mic? Can you actually get a mic like this or like at least like a Shure 58 or 57 or something?
I'm on a phone.
Well, it's not really good for the listeners when you're on the phone. Yes. It sounds like shit. Well, so maybe get a mic.
Vlad has me blocked on the PC.
I don't have you blocked.
You're not blocked by
I'm
anybody.
Blocked. When I try to log into SteamYards, I'm blocked.
Nachiketa, what's going on, bro? Man, this is a blast from the past right here. It's good to see you, family.
What's up? How's it going, Vlad?
It's good to see you, man. We got Brenda over here trying to figure out the phone.
Brenda, it's going to be hard.
Oh my
if we
God!
Can't hear you well, Brenda. It's going to be hard for us to have a discourse. It's going to be hard.
Right. So, maybe
Brenda, what the fuck do you even want? Why do you go to these flat Earth channels at all? Why? Why do you even bother? Like, you're not going to convince any of the flat Earthers that the Earth is a globe. Go hang out with Jaren.
Yeah. So the point is that Larry and you like to talk the talk, but you can't walk the walk. You say,
Brenda,
what are you talking about?
Brenda, you know what?
Can we talk about something real?
Brenda, I'm not going to cuss you out. I'm not. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some good words because it's Friday and I don't want to be crass. I'm going to pray for you. All right. I'm going to pray that you find discernment and I'm going to pray that you just chill out. All right. Have a good Friday and have a good weekend. Get out of here. Shut up. I said, shut up. God damn.
I mean,
no,
like,
all right.
We could do, but when she's not here, you can speak reason into Brenda. You can say, "Hey, first of all, fix your mic so we can hear you better, and secondly, come with some reason, and we'll engage with you for a hot minute, and then once you get to that shit, then we're just going to cancel you. But like, we're giving you a chance, Brenda. Where else do you get a chance, Brenda? Where else?
Brenda, you know, she did the same thing when she went to. I don't know if you saw her on Bro Sanchez's channel. She was on Bro Sanchez's channel a couple of days ago, and Bro Sanchez was like, we got Brenda in the house over here, and you know, he's like, normally I see you, and a lot of people they like to kick you off, but me instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a chance over here. We do things a little bit different where I'm from. So what's up, Brenda? 5 minutes later, bye, Brenda. Get the fuck on out of here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you see? I was like, even patient Bro Sanchez kicked her ass off, man.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. Natch, man, my bad, man. I'm sorry. You came in here, man. It's good to see you, though, man.
Yeah, it's been a while. Vlad, hope all is well. And new civil coalition. You're in Louisiana?
Yep, sure am. And y'all, if you see some weird artwork in the background, I'm in a tattoo shop. I'm a tattoo artist. So
okay.
And
this is not my shop, but I do think the shop is cool. But yeah, there's some weird artwork.
You know, I'm in New Iberia. I don't know if you know where that is.
Yeah, that's right down the road from my house.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
I'm in Holden, Louisiana.
Are you in Lafayette?
Iberia is like maybe what, 40 miles? Yeah.
Whereabouts are you?
I'm in Holden, Louisiana.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
right
just got
outside
here
of
like a
Hammond.
couple months ago.
Okay. What
Nice.
brings you to Louisiana?
Huh?
What brings you to Louisiana?
Life, circumstances. Long
I got
story.
you. Yes.
Anyway, look, guys, fellows, I felt the need to get up here because we need to talk about some real shit. Because obviously, there's a lot of stuff that's happening within the flat Earth community, and people went all over the direction after the whole TFE. Now, I don't necessarily disagree with you, Lori, in regards to maybe people are kind of settling down, but the way I see it is that people are going in their directions according to their mindset about, well, is the 24-hour sun in Antarctica real or not? You know what I mean? So why am I hearing
an echo?
Yeah, do you guys hear an echo, or is it just
I
me?
hear an. Hold on, let me see what.
I'm good on my
I'm
end.
muted.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Now I don't hear the echo. Yeah, it was coming from you. No, well, wait a minute. No, I still hear it. Lori, it's coming from you, man.
No, I don't have it. I'm down.
Can you mute yourself for a second? Can you mute yourself, Lori?
How about that?
Go ahead. Yeah, it's Lowry. Wait, or it's somebody. Go ahead, talk.
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I just muted myself.
Did you mute yourself? Can you mute yourself for a minute?
It could be that my headphones are getting close to my mic.
Lowry, mute yourself real quick.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me?
You sound
good.
Yeah,
now it's gone.
How do I sound? All right.
Yeah, you
Porter,
sound
go
fine.
ahead, talk real quick. Porter, go ahead, talk.
Okay. No. You're good. I was just telling him I'm muted too.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Lowry, it's you, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it. Unless you're hearing, you might be hearing her.
Right.
You might be hearing.
Dude, it's like literally like at like 5% volume.
Yeah, you might be
but I
hearing
think,
Nico's
Laurie,
thing.
I think you were right. I think your headphones were just a little close to the microphones.
Like that?
You're good. You're
Is that
good.
better?
All good.
Okay.
All good.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a big question.
So Natch was still making his point. I wanted him to finish. It sounded interesting.
No, my point is this simple. I mean, I think people have to really nail down this idea whether there is or there is not a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. I think that's one of the things that needs to be addressed. The other topics are, of course, there are shills within the flat Earth community. Now, that word shill is probably overused or whatnot, but to say that there are no shills within the flat Earth community, I think that's ridiculous.
Right. Oh,
now,
yeah, totally.
what is the extent of their shilliness? I guess that's the question. What's the agenda behind it? I guess those are the things that needs to be kind of addressed, right? And why do we think that any of these people are shills? Like you're talking about that you're friends with Dave Wise and you've known him for 10 years. Dave Wise is talking about a plasma sun in Antarctica.
I mean,
I didn't say that.
I mean,
you mean
no,
Lowry?
I
don't know.
I said Lori did.
There's technology that's beyond our reach. I think that's where he's speaking from. I don't know. I can't tell you that, but I think there's technology that none of us know about. That as far as faking the moon landing versus faking a 24-hour sun in the South, I mean, it's a much easier thing to do in the South than faking a moon landing. To me, I'm not saying that's the truth. I'm just saying, hey, it's worth taking a shot at. This is
the problem that I have with when we say things like, oh, it's a plasma sun, it's this, it's that, right? We don't could this be possible? I'm not saying that it's impossible, but the thing is when you have a platform that's that big and you make these assertions and you don't and you continually run with it's a plasma sun, you know what I'm saying? Then people start going around making these claims like, oh, we've got a plasma sun in the South. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, what? Where did this? Now it's a plasma sun. So that's not the first time David Weiss has done shit like that. Like he's done before the whole, and this is no strike on him. I'm not making any strikes on him. I'm just mentioning the things that he's done in the past that I've recognized kind of similar to this whole plasma sun thing. He's done the whole, and these extra lands outside of where we live. And I'm like, wait a minute, man. Like you're making these claims, based off of a book. Okay. It's a book. It's a cool book. It sounds credible, but that's not, we're not for sure that it's a fact. So to make these things sound factual, meanwhile, we're trying to pull away from all the bullshit and you're just leading us into more bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, point, Vlad. That's a very good. And look, I don't want to meet you with this, Vlad. I want to meet you with this. And Larry, I think that once you hear this, you'll kind of understand, and you probably can give some good feedback on it. You know, think about this. How many people has he reached? What position does he have as a shield, though, y'all? Let's all of the panel, because I've seen him talking classes. Are these Masonic classes? Are these classes that he goes and teaching? Is he teaching to like regular students in these regular academia, like small elementary schools? Or are they high schools? So like I'm just saying, because he's reaching a bunch of people, y'all.
Yeah, he is, and I'll tell you how he does it. And I've talked to him about it a million times. His thing where he likes his best position is he likes to go into an extremely neutral environment and bring up the flat Earth. He doesn't like with me. I don't even care about going into neutral environments or idiot environments or NPC environments. I just like talking with fucking people that already understand the cosmology that I understand with people like you guys. He is like a wandering teacher. He likes to go into the spot where he can get somebody turned over.
I get all that, but Laurie, what is
he also
his
borrows.
Position? What is his position? Can we figure this out? Is there a way to even see that?
As I understand it,
like a gatekeeper, or
he's definitely not a gatekeeper. He's definitely not one of those guys. He literally sits down and he says, "I borrow from everybody, just like we all borrow. We're all learning from each other." He borrows from people. Yeah,
Lowry,
can I finish my thought, please?
Yes.
And so, like, he's going into places where you would never normally ever introduce this topic. That's what he likes to do. And I feel comfortable saying that for him, and he would come on here and say the same thing. I'm sure there's a lot of people that disagree with his approach.
So Dave Weiss is not a shill because Lowry says he's not a shill.
That's right? Completely a non sequitur, and that's bullshit, Notch. That's bullshit, buddy.
You've known him for 10 years, but he's talking about the laser sun up in the sky, Lowry, and the fact that
I've never seen you confront any of us in a real life situation in fucking 10
years. I'm here now.
Maybe come out and join us and meet us in real person, in real time, and see that we're real human beings. Maybe try that, Notch, before you go out and start throwing arrows.
Hi, Notch.
Hey, look at this guy. That's Nietzsche.
Hello.
Nietzsche.
Y'all are crazy.
Come out and meet us. Come out and meet us and see that we're real people and we do this stuff. You live behind the screen. We go out and do the real things. So, Notch, I challenge you to do that.
I challenge you for me to come to New York and meet you guys and shake your hand and hang out, go to a bar or what?
Come to any event, Notch. Come to any
event. No interest.
Notch, don't go there during the winter, bro. You'll be pissed. It's
well, here's the deal, Notch. Right. This is why it's really tough for me to have a conversation with you, because you won't actually meet face to face, where the rest of us did that. We did that work. We did the fucking work.
But I hear where he's saying this. Now, this is the problem that we've all come across, right? So many of us in the community is that we get close with a lot of these people, man. And then it's hard when you get close with these people, you break bread with them, you see their kids grow, you see all kinds of shit. It's hard to step away and fucking look at the overall picture and see that maybe they're not everything that we thought that they were, right? And it's hard to swallow that kind of pill. I'm not saying this. Here's the thing. I am not saying that Dave Weiss is a shill. That's not at all what I'm saying. But like, I hear what you're saying, Notch. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, Lowry.
It's freaking it's freaking ridiculous because there are definitely agents within the so-called flat Earth movement. To figure out who they are. That is the name of the question. And then the question is, how do you come to an understanding about whether or not, if somebody was a flat earther for 10 years and was talking about flat Earth for 10 years and then does a globe flip as an example, that's highly questionable. And then everybody's kind of passing that off as if they're passing it. Oh, he's on his own journey. We don't want to talk about that. That's his doing his own thing. And these are like some prominent flat earthers out there. Like talking to you met that person and you shook their hand and they're real people. Of course, they're real people. Shills are real people.
Vlad,
and then he's a business partner with Austin Whitsitt. Come on, and he
Come on.
knows what it's
You
about. He knows what the business is.
don't let this get spin out of control. Let
hold
me
on,
tell
hold
you
on,
very
hold on,
simply.
hold on. Yes, that is a point, Natch. Now, we did address some of those things that you're talking about right now, Natch. Now, Larry, go ahead.
I would like to say, honestly, that like the ultimate thing for me always was to go out and actually meet somebody in real time in an actual event, which I did. I've done it for 6 years now, and I
Good
met
for
them.
you.
Don't tell me good for me. Let me explain what I'm talking about, and don't say things like that. What I'm saying is I actually went out and met them, and I was like, I discerned their character in process. You're sitting behind Notch, a computer screen, and yelling at the world, but you haven't actually had the work of going out and meeting these people in real time. You haven't done that. And until you do that, you don't get any.
Well, first of all,
you don't get it.
I just got back to the States.
Absolutely no. Until you meet them in real person, you don't get that with me. You can laugh.
Oh,
all you want,
really?
but I'm just
Okay.
telling you. Well,
I'm
then come
here,
out-
man. I'm
come
here
out
to
and
have a
meet us.
conversation.
Come out and meet us in real life. Come out and meet us, because I've been doing it for a decade.
Well,
What's that going to change? I'm
It's
still
gonna
going to
change
like
everything.
think less of you, Lori.
Dude,
Not going to
if
make
you
any
meet
difference.
someone in real life and you look at them and you discern their position, you could find out who they are. Not.
I can discern for myself who you are right here, just fine.
Oh, by
Lori.
looking through a computer screen?
all right, Dave.
You want me to
it's good
download
to see
fucking
you,
10
Dave
years
Sims.
of shit?
You as well.
RG,
you want me to do
in
that?
house. What's going on, brother? It's good to see you, bro. Guys, it's
All right,
supposed to be
let's cool
love
it down.
here.
Let's cool it down. Bring it down.
I
Bring it down.
understand. We're a little bit upset.
Bring it down.
Like we're here to talk about what did we learn from the final experiment, right? Whether it's
Bunch
a
of
good thing,
bullshit.
whether it's a bad thing. I learned a lot. I actually learned a lot. Whether I wanted to learn it or not, I learned a lot, right? I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot from everybody else, things that I never knew, things that I never thought in a million years that I'd know, right? And it's crazy to see this turn out in real time and to see who's who in the zoo and to see people come out and express who they truly are under stress. Like, I think that's one of the big takeaways that I got from the final experiment. You understand what I'm saying? People that are being, fingers being pointed at other people defending other people for reasons that were like, this is what happens when you get close, man. And there's nothing wrong with getting close, and there's nothing wrong with loving your fellow brother or sister. But I mean, when lies come up, it's hard, man. I admit it. Like, I see it on the outside looking in, right? And Larry, I think, and this is no strike on you. This is not a strike on you, but a lot of folks have been saying, like, they see how close you are with Jaren, they see how close you are with Dave, and that right there raises a lot of flags. So this is coming from me, bruh, and I got much appreciation. I got all the love for you, but I'm being real. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is to be honest and open to everybody, and that's the only way we can grow, bruh. So, like, I see, like, Natch, I don't see Natch on here often. So when we get him, we try to squeeze all the juice out the motherfucker. So for Natch to come on here and be upset, this is out of character, I think. You know what I'm saying? Because typically Natch is quiet, he's reserved, and he lets everybody else do the fussing. But now he's coming in here to do the fussing. And I'm not saying you can't defend yourself, but it's like, well, what is it that he's seeing, right? Because he's been here for a while. Whether he sees other things in the flat earth that maybe we don't understand or maybe we don't agree with, he's still been here for a while and he knows who's who in the zoo, right? So let's kind of hear him out. And I'm interested in learning a little bit more as to what it is he's seeing. Maybe I'm not seeing. Maybe this is something that I can learn. Maybe this is something us as a whole foundry and a community could learn too. Go ahead, Natch. I'm sorry.
No problem. I mean, I don't want to step on anybody else. Look, but the reality of the matter is that there is a reason why we have arrived to this point of quote unquote flat Earth and all that. You know, you can call it flat Earth, you can call it love Earth. It doesn't matter. You know, there's a logic behind it. You know, what's the evidence that people have looked at that brought you over here, right? Like, you know, everybody was programmed to the globe, right? That's the reality for all of us. And then we woke up and then we were given information. We're like, holy shit, I didn't realize that there was no curvature. Holy shit, I didn't realize that this happened or that happened. Holy shit, you know, I didn't know any of that information. And then we are and now we're kind of circling together in the same topics about what is gravity, what is the nature of this reality and all this kind of stuff. But while we're trying to figure that out, there are people, in my personal opinion, who is uh, more or less shills or gatekeepers. I mean, they've been part of it for a long time. And the reason why they're successful and the reason why they get away with it is the fact that they look like normal people. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. That's how they've always gotten away with it. It's the fact that we're like, well, you can shake their hand. That's how you know they're real. Okay, you can shake a psychopath and a sociopath's hand, and they'll smile at you. They'll look good. They'll be fine. You will not know. But the thing is, what makes them who they are? So it doesn't matter if I meet you in real life or not. What matters is what is demonstrable, what is evidenced. That's what's important. Okay, and that's what we need to go with. So if you're thinking, let's say you're in the department that, okay, well, the 24-hour sun in Antarctica is not real. Well, let's see the evidence. Let's see the evidence. What brought you there? What's the logic that brought you there? Okay, there's a lot of shit that's going on with the TFE and blue screen or whatever. Okay, so let's do a little bit of think tank information about, okay, could it be that they're in a Truman size? Because like you're looking at all the different cameras from McKeegan to McTunes to Jaron to Whitsitt to Will Duffy and everybody else. So they're all having their own perspective of it, or are they all fucking compromised? Let's think through every possibility and then come to a certain conclusion. You should be able to distill this information very well, because we have enough information at this point. It's been more than a month.
I don't know if we have enough information because I don't even know if this information is valid. I'm of course, do we have our own opinions? Absolutely. But do we have solid evidence? Right. And that's that's part of this whole discussion tonight. Right. Are the lessons learned? Of course, we've learned a lot. Like I've already said that part. I don't want to go in circles. But part of what we learned, I feel, is how deep the deceit can go. Right. We think we learned something as far as what they accomplished down there, but did we really? That's my thing. Did we truly get anything scientific down there? Right. Like here's my thing, and this is something that Greg B asks. Greg B asks a good question. Ask everyone, and including me, ask everyone if they're willing to be wrong. Right. And yeah, I'm willing to be wrong. Like real talk, I'm willing to be wrong. Like I've been wrong before. It is what it is. We're in a new place. I'm trying to learn this shit, right? I'm trying to figure this fucking place out. And
Look,
so I think here we are again. Are we willing to be wrong? Go ahead.
obviously, myself and few others have felt that nobody should have gone on a free ticket with Will Duffy. And we've been talking about that for months. Okay. Some of us have been saying that. But the precious data, and now it's been a month and a half. And what is that precious data that we were all saying that we can compromise and we can say, well, our integrity is the end justifies the means, because Whitsitt was able to get on Candace Owen with Mark Harmon, and that justifies him going down there.
That's called sacrament.
What? I did not know that. I didn't know he got on with Candace Owens.
Well,
But
sacrament in the sense of like.
Oh yeah.
Look, I mean, like you know who Mark Harmon is, Vlad. You've been
yeah, yeah.
following the whole TFE pretty closely, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So
I
Mark
know.
Harmon is the producer of Candace Owens, show, right? He's
No,
from
it's not.
England.
Is it Mark Harmon or is it Mark Herman? Mark Herman,
Herman,
because Mark
okay,
Harmon is
Herman,
an actor. I was like, dude, that's a dude from like 48 Hours of one of them fucking crime shows or something.
whatever. Mark Herman, Harmon, whatever. Mark Herman.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I got you.
So he's the producer for Candace Owen, and so he meet up with all these people. And look, the fact of the matter is that Jaren's face is plastered in multiple languages all over the world. Okay, just on the day, just right, just on the day of them seeing the 24-hour sun in Antarctica. Okay, so the question that I will have for people who think that this is all fake is that, okay, if the 24-hour sun in Antarctica is fake, as an example, then how did they do it? Right? That's the question. So, what are the theories about, like, so Dave Weiss's theory is the plasma sun with Marty Leeds plasma sun that is projected up in the sky that circles around in a 10-mile radius. That's his theory.
Hmm.
Okay. That's what Dave
So
Weiss is saying.
okay, All right, there's that theory that many of us find to be bunk. There's the theory that they flew in and then they transferred themselves into a studio, while we weren't looking. That's a theory. There are a few things out there.
Okay.
I wouldn't know, but
so if they all transported themselves into a studio of some kind, then they must all be in on it. Everybody, including Witsit, including Jaren, including Lisbeth, correct?
yes, at least in
Okay.
my opinion, I could see that. I could see that. Sure. And
Okay.
I'm not speaking for everybody else. This is my opinion.
Hey,
Yeah.
Vlad, can I say one thing? Look,
Yeah.
remember the way we felt when we looked at the NASA videos with the harnesses and everything. The same energy that we felt looking through all that content, we've been feeling the same resonant frequency from the TFE. Because if there was nothing to it, there would be nothing to it.
That's it.
All of the lies. Look, if he would have come out and said, "Look, y'all, I got a vape. I hit a vape. Boom, off, done. That's over with. Look, this is going here. This is what we're gonna do. Jaren's gonna be setting up this thing. I got the camera right here. We're gonna, I know what we're seeing is what we're seeing, but don't y'all freak out. This is something that's explainable. We're gonna get to the bottom of this, and this is how we're gonna do this experiment." We saw none of that. All we saw was defending his breath. Is he smoking? Is he breathing out breath? There was no conclusive evidence showing that he was there to do experiments. Bottom line, I saw none of that. He dropped the ball with 40,000 of his viewers, y'all, that support him, that were expecting content for that major thing that was going on in Antarctica. And he did not disclose any of it. It was put behind a paywall with Jaren, and then the video that was dropped, if you couldn't see the walking in the snow, look, it just snowed in Louisiana, and I think you know what I'm talking about, right, Joe?
Yep.
Okay. I even made a video. I made a sound file of me walking, and I went back and I looked after cars were rolling on it. I don't care who you are, where you're at. I'm telling you right now, there would be an embossed indignation in the snow. Bottom line, they can obfuscate all they want and say, "Oh, it was so cold." You wouldn't have heard it like that then. There are so many discrepancies, inconsistencies, and hands down, the vibration tells us that it's fakery. Do not ignore your senses. That's what they want us to do with NASA. That's what they want us to do with the globe, is ignore our senses. And this is how it is. Don't use Occam's razor. Let's depend on the video to be real, and let's just stay in awe and lie. That's where we're at with this FTE, y'all.
And another thing that I know for a fact, in the military, one of the things that we use to save money is deception. Deception. You save so much money. Instead of going somewhere, you have all the settings, you have all the fixings to make it appear as if you're in that place. We could save so much money by not going to those places and showing to people, hey, this is what this is, by not having to be there. Deception is a big thing in America's like one of our big money makers as a government, as a military, is deception. Did they use that? I feel that they did in some form or manner. I feel that this final experiment is nothing but a headache. There was a lot to be gleaned from this final experiment. I'm glad that it happened, even though it's a pain in the ass. Go ahead.
No, I mean, like, let's, brainstorm about, like, what are all the things. So you're saying, somebody was saying, I forgot the guy's name. So he's saying that the snow is fake?
Well,
and then plus the fact, let me respond to something real quick, because I'm not believing in the 24-hour sun just because of the TFE. I was talking about the fact that there's a 99.99% chance that there's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica before the TFE. So I've already was in the position that there's 24-hour sun in Antarctica, before they went there.
I remember. Yep. True. And
so people saying that I believe TFE or whatever has nothing to do with the TFE. It's already before. Yeah.
Tell them how you know, Natch. Tell them how you know, because a lot of people will be like, oh, how do you know? How do you know? And this is stuff that I got from you guys. And I was like, hey, there's a possibility. Sure. And go ahead, tell him, man. Tell him.
Okay, well, there's a couple factors involved in my line of thinking, and I will also talk about Z as well as Zetetic Warrior, because he and I came to the same conclusion together. So basically, this, okay, we have the sun calc. All right, so I was a flat earther, believing in the circling sun for 9+ years, like everybody else. But when the TFE came up, okay, I started to look into it, and then I had an interview with Q and Fee, and he told me about the sun calc and the fact that if you have the equinox, you can't have the sun operating the way we think it operates on a flat Earth, right? Because it's impossible for the sun to be doing that. Okay, sun calc is telling us that in southern parts, south of the equator, south of the Capricorn, right, the sun in, let's say, Punta Arenas area during the astro summer, right now, the sun is rising in the southeast and setting in the southwest. Okay. Now, in the sun, like in a normal like AE map with a circling sun should be rising in the northeast and setting in the northwest, but it's not demonstrable. That's not what is actually happening. So that's clue number one. Clue number two: Zetetic astronomy says that people have the Zetetics went to Antarctica and observed the 24-hour sun. That's another clue. Another clue: the fact that all the glomies, right? You're talking about McKeegan and McToons and all those guys. They said, oh, if we don't see the 24-hour sun, we're going to shut our channels down. They were very confident. They were overly confident. They were more confident than anybody else. So it seemed like they already knew what the information was as far as what they're going to observe when they went to Antarctica. So when you start to add all those pieces together, then the preponderance of the evidence is going to tell you that there is indeed 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
I have no smoke on that, except I have no smoke on that right there. I'll let you go, Porter, real quick.
Yeah,
first of all, before I continue, Luke 2343, what's going on, brother? Shouts out to Luke. I haven't seen you in a while, man, but it's really good to see you.
G'day, mate. Hello, everyone.
I just wanted to say that I started following a guy that actually works in Antarctica. Okay. And he was making videos apart from the 24-hour sun, just at separate days, on how beautiful the sunsets were. Mm-hmm. And throughout, I think a year's time in different his videos, I've got to look this guy back up. I just started talking to this guy. He's a young, short guy. He's always in these big, thick clothes. And of course, because he's in Antarctica, and he's making these videos of the sunsets, just the sunsets. And I've never seen in probably over 20 or 30 videos that he's posted, not on YouTube. Okay, he's doing it on a different platform, and he was doing a lot of stuff on just short TikToks about Antarctica and stuff like this. And I do want to say this: I have studied, and not to be in any way, negative towards you. But if you look at the sun in circuits, even though it does the analemma, it is still in some way, shape, or form, there is a physical light source of either an orb or a flat disk or something that oscillates within the confines of an ether, I believe, of maybe some solid material. I've never been there, or some fluidic medium. Do not know. I've never been up there. It's one of the two. It could be solid. It could be so dense that it's almost like a solid, and it could be a fluidic medium. But I do know that within its circuit, in a 24-hour period, it goes all the way around the disk. Now, with that being said, for a physical opposite pole modulated, either it is a focused set of energy, or it's actually a purposed orb or some kind of disk of energy. But in its circuit, with its power, I do not see and can't even understand how, in a physical reference frame, a sphere that's going in its circuit, in a circular circuit, can divert off and come up from the opposite way and go back around for 24 hours and not be in different coordinates in multiple areas in this vast circle of 68,000 miles in circumference. And with that being said, I do believe that there is a coffee cup caustic. I believe at a lower level, about the lowest level of the firmament, I believe light can stretch all the way around, and as it will attenuate as it gets further away, but it will not ever be a full disk or an orb in the sky. I don't believe it does. I believe they faked it. I believe it was I physically believe this. I believe it was some type of big giant room, and it had corners, and each one of those corners of which it had to turn, it stretched out and it squished. Because if it was the coffee cup caustic, it would be a long stretched out in this fluidic background medium, and it would have a light source that was horizontal, and it would get bright and stretch out and spread across the whole horizon and just go back out and get dim again. So I don't believe that there is a sun.
Let me ask you a question. What is your name, sir?
My name is Howard.
Howard?
And he's left-handed too.
What is? Okay, so let me ask you a question. So, like, do you think that they actually went to Antarctica? That's the first question that I want to ask.
I do believe they went there. I believe they showed up.
Okay, so do you agree that Antarctica is like the circumference of the? Do you adhere to the AE map?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay. So they flew from Punta Arenas for 4.5 hours due south to an area called Antarctica, which you and I can probably agree that it is some kind of a, out there land that is like, circumferencing, this level Earth that we're living in. So there, as you say, that there is no 24-hour sun. So
I don't know. I do not know. I've never been there. But
okay,
I do believe,
you're
think
theorizing how there could not be a 24-hour sun. You're theorizing that what they must have done to fake the 24-hour sun. Are you not? Is that what you were just explaining?
I think it was some kind of big room, giant, because I don't think they can put a sun in the sky, and I don't think it's going to go around.
And how big do you think this room has to be? I'm just out of curiosity. Like, is that like a Truman-sized dome?
It could be 50 yards long. I don't know. It can be built to whatever schematics that it needs to, for whatever they're trying to do. It depends on how big of a scale that the scene needs to be in. And it's blocks. You've seen those screens where they can interface them. They just click up together.
Yeah, like Amazon 15 Studios, that type of stuff. Okay, like with LED lights. So do you think they actually brought LED lights, and then they brought like cargo full of these things, and then
just panels.
They put it up there all together.
No, hold on one second. I don't think that I think they went down there. They showed Mount Rosman, and they showed all of the camp.
So Mount Rosman is real.
Yes, all that. They seen all that. I think they took the clips from Rosman, because even Jaron said our camp is on the other side of that hill. It couldn't be, because 0.3 miles from the Mount Rosman is the camp, and the camp is over 1/4 mile long. Okay, so then three miles from that, just 3 miles away, there is other ridges, and it's in a U-shaped pattern, and I've already looked it up. And it doesn't matter if you're standing at the base of the ridge behind that whole camp 3 miles away. I've seen the camp in a horizontal view scope in a certain reference frame looking toward Mount Rosman, and in every image you could see either orange caps of the top of the tents, or you would see planes or something like that. And then I got on Google Earth and I did a top-down view, and it is not far away from Mount Rosman to these other peaks that are not right at 3.5 to 4 miles away. And so him saying, and also Whitsitt saying that, oh, that's not the same mountain. That's clearly not the same mountain, when it was. He's like, I was there. That's not the same mountain. He even doubled down on it. And then David Weiss doubled down on it. And so I did even more research on it, because if I could prove that that mountain was the same mountain, they're lying. And so
but David Weiss is now going back to the fact that it's all been fake. That basically his narrative, David Weiss's narrative, is that the plasma sun is up there and everybody was duped. Nobody is in on it. That's his narrative now.
That's just damage control. I think you know that.
Well, I agree. I agree that's some kind of a damage control.
Such a magnificent orb of light at that friggin' quality, and then so it all of a sudden stretched 4 millimeters. And then it shrank back up and made an egg shape. So that technology.
Yeah. I mean, if that could be due to the way these fisheye lenses operate, though, right?
Yeah, and then the single pole, you can pause, and the whole sun is hidden behind it.
That's
one single
true.
pole coming
We've
off
seen
of
that.
the top of the blue
And that's not
shed.
the first. That's not the first time we've seen that. So I don't know if that's a fault
I
of the
get you. I
optics,
get
or
what
if
you're saying.
that's I don't know if that's a fault of the optics because of the camera equipment that they're using, or if
Yeah,
that's
I
like
get it.
something.
Yeah,
No,
maybe
but
so. I
I've
mean,
seen that. I
I'm not
have
saying
seen
it
that.
couldn't happen, but I wouldn't mind testing it to see.
So, and this is, I know there are a couple of y'all in here that's like, what the
And
hell
Nico,
does this
I'm not
have to
against
do
you,
with the
dude.
topic tonight? This is what this has to do with the topic, right? I'm good. I'm glad that you came out here, Natch, to discuss this,
Yes, I
because
appreciate you showing up, brother.
Natch and Z have been knee deep in this shit for as long as they've been talking about it, right? And now that these guys have gone and come back and have produced what they produce, and now they're about to produce more, because I think they're going to make a documentary, a docuseries, or whatever about this thing. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Yes.
The ultimate word you said there is produce. And this is what's going on. Okay, so I just want to, for anyone who wants to know, I agree with a lot of what Natch says. I disagree with a lot, but what I agree on is I'm 99% sure there's a 24-hour sun down there. Now, you hear people ask this question a lot. You hear them say, if there's a 24-hour sun, why would they need to fake it? We hear that a lot, right? And I think people are emotionally attached to the AE map with the circling sun. Right? They really want it to be true. They'll say things like, well, I don't really know, but they're really rooting for that.
Now, one thing I noticed also, and I want you to finish your point, because I just want to add to your point. Now, check this out, Porter. I see you disagreeing, but check this out. What I'm seeing is there are a lot of people. There are
not with you. I'm not disagreeing with you, Vlad, but I just want to say this.
Well, hold on. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Now, one thing I noticed: a lot of people that live south of the equator are saying what Luke 23:43 is saying. They see things, and I'm stressing that because, of course, people are going to say, yeah, you saw the sun calc and what it does. That's a creation of the globe. All right, is that a creation of globers? Perhaps, sure, right? But from what they see down in Australia, how they see the sun come and then how they see the sun depart, it's different from how we see it. Now, I think we have a problem up here in the north, is that we see everything from a northern perspective. We totally forget that these guys that live south of the equator have a whole different they live on a totally different opposite schedule of us. You know what I'm saying? Like the guys down in Australia, I'm stressing, right? Our summertime is their wintertime. Our wintertime is their summertime. And we hear it, but I don't think we truly understand and we truly recognize that when we're celebrating Christmas, because it's December, it's surf time for them. Surf's up, it's summertime, it's hot and everything, right? So we have to come back and we have to remember this, because if they say that they're experiencing something, we can't just brush them off because they live someplace else. And I feel that we in the community have done that a lot to these people that live south of the equator. I'm not racist to people that live south of the equator. I'm really not. I'm just saying, I'm trying to talk for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, Porter. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I want to get this off my mind before I forget. And Vlad, I totally get where
and then it's got to go back to
gotcha. I want y'all all to think about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
The sun is on an ecliptic plane. It is quantumly locked within its reference frame and does the same circuit since millennia. Okay. If you watch countless videos of a 24-hour sun in Alaska, in the north, and you scale out with a Sharpie marker a real live footage of the sun doing its circuit around the north, you can get a Sharpie marker on a screen TV and it'll come off with alcohol. I challenge anyone, go and look up any one of the videos from the horizon and mark its distance and everything that it does. It's going to form an eye of Ra, okay? And then I challenge you to go look at the 360 footage and see if you get the same effect, because it's supposed to be mirrored and it does not happen. Just that in itself should cause you to ask questions of its validity. The 24-hour sun that is in the north is real. You know it in your spirit, you know it in your truth frequency. Now,
have you seen it?
I have. I've seen the 24-hour sun.
I've got people that are in Canada that have seen it, that I personally talk to almost every day. Brad, Richard.
I mean, I've been to St. Petersburg. I've for 4 hours or 2 hours only, the sun disappeared. But basically, I saw the midnight sun up there during May of 2017. Wow. All right, so I can agree that that the 24-hour sun up north is real because I've seen a bit of that. Now, if you do the opposite, and then if you're down in Punta Arenas, and then you see, let's say, 18 hours of the sun doing nearly the same thing as the north does during the the summertime there, then you can kind of maybe deduce that if you go further in that direction, that you're going to see the 24-hour sun in that area.
I'm just going off of the 360 video. What I would challenge anybody to do is go to every one that you can get your hands on, get a spray bottle or some alcohol and a Sharpie marker, put it on your big screen TV, and as soon as you see the sun on the horizon in the north videos, start drawing and just follow it. Okay? And once it comes back around, it's going to form an eyeball, like an eye, the shape of an eye, like the eye of Ra. All right. And I'm not Messianic or nothing like this. I'm not Egyptian. I'm just telling you what it shapes, and that's where sun worship came from. Then go get the 360 footage and do the same exact thing. It is not even close, folks. There is so many of a different millimeters and variation on its vertical lift and on its descent. It cannot be real, y'all. I'm just saying they were sloppy about this. We've seen the footage. I'm just saying. I mean, I wanted to trust in Whitsitt, and I wanted to trust in all these people, but you
don't need to trust anybody. It's not about Whitsitt or Jaron.
Somebody's good, though, brother. You know what I'm saying. And
well,
I supported him.
Emotional,
and
mate,
so,
though. That's
I
emotional.
stick to what it is because we're all truth, man. And look, don't get me wrong. I've looked at the up accelerating Earth. I've looked at the 24-hour sun. The Earth it's got to be somewhere around 70 to 80,000 miles of maybe because of Captain Cook. It's somewhere big like that. And to tell me that where they were at in that point, that reference frame, that sun would have to do that at every point of its what do they call it? Apparent position. That means no matter where you were in Antarctica, when you surfaced yourself,
yes,
you would see it like that.
And I bet that it does. I don't know 100% for sure, but that's how the sun is working.
I get it that you say you believe, and I'm not even shooting down
this
for
is not
it
a
because I've
belief.
never been there. I got you, brother. I know you know that we are on the flat equidistal plane, and I meet you with the theory of it. I'm just not sure that I back that 100%, but I see what you're saying, and I'm intrigued about it. I get it.
All right.
So don't think I'm against you, okay, dude?
All right, now we need.
I know.
Hold on. Now, go ahead, Luke. Because Luke has been sitting in go ahead, bro.
Okay, so going back to the question, if there's a 24-hour sun, if that exists, why would they need to fake it? Okay, it's a ridiculous question, in my opinion. There's a movie called Titanic. You know that in that movie, a lot of the scenes in the ocean were actually filmed in a studio in this big tank, this big pool. If the Atlantic Ocean existed, why would they need to fake it? My only conclusion would be the Atlantic Ocean doesn't exist, guys.
Yeah.
Right.
That's kind of all or nothing.
Right. Okay, so there's a reason.
That's kind of all.
Hold your horses, Porter. Hold your horses. Let me finish. I've got other answers as to why they would fake it.
I think you're spot on.
Now,
go ahead.
They had a perfect 24-hour day, blue skies, no wind, not a cloud in the sky. Now, if I go back to my hometown down in Melbourne in Australia, the chances that you could have a day like that in Melbourne are almost impossible. We call it 4 seasons in one day for a reason. Mm-hmm. And the weather is a lot more unpredictable, out of control down in Antarctica. So did they go to Antarctica? I think they did. But like any movie, because what this is, it's a movie production. Yeah. They need to have some footage where, look, we've got this perfect blue sky, 24-hour. And I think that was done in some sort of a studio or whatever, okay? So the other reason why they would fake it, if they went down and they did have a perfect blue sky and they filmed the 24-hour sun, which I think exists, people are going to go, oh, wow. Porter and everyone to go, oh, wow, geez, it does exist. And then we start focusing on the 24-hour sun. Hey, you know what this does? This debunks the globe model. How can you have an anti-clockwise circling sun like you do down in Melbourne, like you do down in Tasmania? It debunks 2 models. Yes, it debunks the AE map model with the circling sun, and we know that observations down south this time of year do debunk that. But the main thing it does, it debunks the globe. They've got a very specific model circling around the sun, right? The sun is supposed to be going around the Tropic of Capricorn at this time of year, but that debunks that.
And so, so to kind of,
don't you agree,
well, Porter, go ahead. That question is for you. Oh, I think he's busy.
Say that one more time. I was just putting my machine together.
If the sun circles like we think it does, because it definitely does some weird stuff down south this time of year. Like the sun is coming out south of east. Okay, now I'm not down there at the moment, but I've got first-hand information that that's what it does. People I trust, people I know. Okay, and then it sets south of west as well. That's straight away. So what the globe model would say is that the sun is circling around Capricorn. So that means it should be coming up north of east. It should be setting north of west. When Dad confirmed that with me, I straight away said, so that debunks the globe model. It certainly does.
Time out. Somebody is in a motherfucking forklift or something like that. What's all that noise? Go ahead, Luke. I didn't mean it.
I'll finish this off very soon. Please. What I'm saying, what's going on? We've had nearly 2 months. All we're talking about is this crazy, whatever you want to call it, so-called experiment, where what we should at this stage be focusing on is the actual 24-hour sun down there, and that is a weapon against their model. But instead, we've got all this arguing and carrying on, and we're not focusing on the 24-hour sun. We're focusing on the so-called faking of the 24-hour sun.
So
that's all. So that's what
Clay,
I'm saying.
This gentleman, welcome, Clay Budney. You're new here. Welcome. Glad to have you in the Foundry. So Clay Budney brings up a good point. I don't know if you guys can see it. He says, I think the PSYOP is to get us to lose the Gleason map. And that's not a bad point. How does the Gleason map now, Natch? I know you want to say something real bad. I see it. Now, my thing is why is that important? Why do you guys think that is important? Why I feel that that's important is because you have other maps out there, the CS Hammond's map, the CBS map, the air map of the air age, right? All these maps that were subsequent to Gleason's map that hold just as much weight as the Gleason's map does, right? And but if we see a 24-hour sun and we see the sun doing something totally different, does that scrap the Gleason's map? In your opinion,
no.
Not
No. You can keep the map. The map is probably fine, but the model is the problem. The model is the Gleason's map and the circling sun around the Gleason's map. That's what everybody's envisioning. That the flat earthers, vast majority of them, think the sun is circling around the Gleason's map. That's the model. Okay, the map. You keep the map. Get rid of the sun circling around, and you do something else with the sun, which is that each location is doing its own sunrises and its own sun setting for the individual perspective, because that's the only way the celestial seems to be working. That is the only way, because there's no way that the circling sun in Antarctica can be possible in any flat map, okay, that I know of. Okay, maybe Awake Souls will disagree with me, and they'll say it's stereographic virtual reality map, and that's going to work, or whatever. I didn't look into it enough to say that it is the case, but the way I am envisioning it is what the celestial is doing. What we think about the sun, the moon, and the stars is actually, and even how we think light works is mysterious. It's not the way we think it is working. It's an apparent sun that we're observing. It cannot be triangulated. It's not triangulable. Okay, equinox tells you that it's not possible for the same longitudinal line. Imagine equinox, same time, same amount of day, same amount of night, right? That's an equinox, right?
Right.
During the equinox, okay, the sun rises at 90-degree angle due east and sets at 270 due west. That's how you get equinox, okay? Now, on the same longitudinal line from north all the way down to the south, you have the same movement of the sun. How is it possible for a singular sun to be able to do that? It's just not possible for a singular sun to be able to do that. You have to have multiple suns on the same longitudinal line to be able to do that. Okay, that's not possible.
This is what I'm saying about people emotional. So when you've got people and they have like an app, and the model with the circling sun is something on an app that they're selling.
Yes.
See how attached that they are.
It becomes
and
the square peg.
That person,
and then
that person's attached financially, but other people are just attached because that's their belief. They're like, oh, I want them to be right, like they're my heroes.
Yes, and and you know what? I noticed that about me too. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'd love for it to work because there's so many models out there or so many Gleason's map. I got a shirt with the fucking Gleason's map. Listen, I want it to work. I really want it to work. But if it doesn't work, right, then maybe we need to express it in a different way. And my thing is, listen, man, we all come to sometimes you just have to look at things again, see other things to actually make it correct, or that actually add a face to it to where it's I guess you could say, I don't know what the word is, or I don't know what the feeling is, but another way to explain it that is actually correct and where more people could understand it, because the previous thing doesn't work based off of new information. So that, for me, I'm okay with that. Even though I have a bunch of Gleason's maps, I have a bunch of shirts and everything else. Hey, what y'all doing over there? Y'all fighting in the back, man?
You can keep the map. I think the map is probably accurate. I'm not 100% subscribed to the AE map, but that's probably the best that we got so far as I know. But like, if somebody shows me a better map.
Yeah, we use it in the military. Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead. We use it all
the
time.
I mean, like, if it, I mean, it seems right to me, but I'm not 100% on it. But the model, we need to get rid of the model of the Gleason map with the circling sun, because like people are saying, like anywhere around the perimeter of that Gleason's map, which is going to be Antarctica, right? To the perimeter, right? The circumference of that map is going to be the Antarctica, and then you walk. Let's say you're able to walk around 25,000 miles. You get a snowmobile, you get a plane, and you fly around during the Astro summer. Are you going to be able to see the circling sun around you going in the opposite direction? And I'm going to bet that you will. Has anybody ever done that? I don't know. But that's the thing. And so how is it possible to work? Because people in their mind, they're thinking like, how is it possible it's circling around? Because they're looking at the sun as a physical object. It's not a physical object. It's an apparent object. You know, it's an apparent sun. It's not a physical sun. Yes, it's got the sun dots on it. It's got the sunspots on it. It tilts and all that kind of stuff. But of course, we know that the Earth is flat no matter what. But this is one of the clues that needs to be talked about in terms of understanding the nature of this reality. And people are still holding on to the circling sun, right? When in fact that there is 24-hour sun in Antarctica. The next thing after that is that how is it possible that there could be a circling sun in Antarctica with this map, with this Gleason's map? And only way that would be possible on a Gleason's map is if it's apparent. It's optical. Right. It's mysterious.
It is.
Yeah, we don't know. And there's nothing wrong with saying you don't know.
We don't know. And I think, and you know, this is where we need to bring back the Globers and explain to them that it's okay to not know. But you already know what time they're on, right? And I think this is part of the learning process and what it is we've gathered from this whole thing, because we've got a lot of information, false or true. We've got a lot of information at our disposal, and it's not going away. It doesn't matter who tries to erase what. Somebody's fucking downloaded. I bet you there's somebody out there that's got some kind of ADHD and downloaded all that shit, right? As much as they could. And then, you know what? They could just drop it all in our lap and we could just purse it. And so, no, I am Wilson.
Let me just
Flat Earthers, no, Flat
sorry,
Earthers and Globers. That's okay. So I am Wilson is the troublemaker that comes in here and talks mess from time to time, but does it kind of respectfully. But he says Flat Earthers don't know. No. Nobody knows what the sun is. Flat Earthers, Globe Earthers, nobody knows, and it's okay to not know. Yeah.
So I'm Wilson. He does know. He does know how the sun can rise.
Oh no, yeah.
South of
I know. I am Wilson.
Like what's the globe
down there?
What's the helio? Okay, he's down. Is he an Aussie?
I think yes, I believe I
So
am
what's
Wilson
his
is from
with the
Australia or New Zealand.
heliocentric model, the globe model? How does he explain that? How can a glober explain that? The sun's supposed to be circling around the Capricorn, so down in Oz, we should be seeing the sun to the north all day.
Yeah, and you know what?
Like
I am
45 degrees difference.
I am Wilson is going to give you the globe explanation. He's not going to. They think within their box. They don't think outside of it, and they're very limited in how they express these things. So I am Wilson is going to be at a loss for words unless he's talking shit.
Well, let me tell you, I can tell you that if you try and Google where the sun rises and sets down south, you get so many different contradictions, because each time it gives an answer, it goes, oh, hang on, that's either not gelling with reality or it's not gelling with heliocentrism, with the sun being millions and millions of miles away and in the same spot all the time and just slightly changing through the seasons. Like, was it your show I was on when I asked ChatGPT where the sun rises and sets in Australia, and then it changed its story?
Negative. I don't think so. I don't recall.
Yeah, because I asked ChatGPT what happens down south with the sun rising and setting, and it said one thing, that it rises south of east and sets south of west. And then I asked the question, it said, isn't it circling around the Tropic of Capricorn? And it went, oh yeah, you're right. It does. It rises north of east and sets north of west. I went, oh, thanks, you're changing your story. Yeah, sorry about that. I was apologizing.
Okay, but you know, there are like 3 different apps on the internet, like Sundate and Calc and Sun Calc and Moon Calc, and you know, these are all these apps that are available for people. So they're not really that much different from each other, so far as I know. I don't know about Chat GPT. I didn't ask Chat GPT these questions. But here's another thing, you know, like the thing, you know, people equate like, you know, the moon landing, and then we can all agree the moon landing is fake and all that kind of stuff. But the thing is, you can go to Antarctica if you just have enough money. Like Run Boston Bear, for example, he's like getting fundraising for next year's or this year's marathon down in or out there in Antarctica. You know what I mean? So like people, if they get like fundraising, so like Vlad, if you were, let's say, sponsored by somebody, and then you said, okay, let's go check this out, and then you go to Antarctica, you know, would they be able to fake it while you're there? And then like after you come back, everybody's going to be accusing you. It's like, hey, Vlad must be in on it, because there's no possible way there's a 24-hour sun, but you saw the 24-hour sun over there as an example. So like, how long is it going to take for people to accept the fact?
Well, here's one thing Vlad would do, right? I'd be like, fuck y'all, number one. Number two, before I even got to fuck y'all, you know what I would do? I would present every piece of documentation that I had. Everything. I'd be like, dude, I was there. And like and here's what it is, right? There were so many red flags with their approach with them getting there. You see McToon outside with his jacket off, and it's supposed to be motherfucking cold outside. Jacket off with the like I'm looking at him. I'm like, dude,
Vlad,
are you
Vlad? I do like, ice baths. I do ice baths. It is 20 times colder than the ice baths.
Yes. That's dude, the thing. Like I'm looking,
bath, there's no ice in it, and it is so cold.
Like
5 minutes. I'm just saying. I don't care where you're at. You will not have your shirt off and not be curling up.
Right. I'm looking at these,
especially being from Florida.
Right. Like the way Jaron was dressed, where he was bundled up. I'm like, I could believe that. I'm like, that is Antarctica. That's when you're outside in Antarctica. That's what I would expect. But I saw McToon out there, had his jacket open, didn't have nothing on his head, chilling like he was in the fucking Bahamas. And I'm like, I'm at a loss for words. I'm like, where the fuck are these guys? What is going on?
Have you ever been? Have you ever spent winter, Vlad and Howard? Have you ever spent winter where it's like, you know, and there's snow on the ground, but there's sun and there's no wind?
Yes.
Have you ever spent winter that way?
Yes,
it's like freezing, below freezing, but the sun's out, it's bright, and
and
there's snow on the ground, but there's
that's
no
another
wind at all.
But that's another
I could
thing.
wear a
There was
T-shirt
no
around.
wind. But that's
Yeah,
another
but if
thing.
it's
That's what I'm saying,
minus,
Natch. There was
it's
no
minus
wind.
12.
And I'm like, where the fuck? Like it was throwing me off,
Oh,
Natch,
bro.
because Antarctica is one of the most windiest places in
Agreed.
the universe. And I'm like,
Yeah,
where
no
the
wind.
hell is this
That's
wind
true.
at? So no, I'm gonna let you talk, but this is what you gotta understand. Like, I'm beyond puzzled because I'm like, where the hell are these people at? And I'm like, it's supposed to be windy as hell down there. It's supposed to be. I've never been to Antarctica, but based off of what I've learned, I'm just giving you what I know of the place.
Okay,
And I'm
at
just
least
giving
from the
you,
footages that I've seen, like from
yes,
like Dave McKeegan, like he showed places where it's like windy as fuck in some of the areas, windy and cold, and they were like they were walking. I think it was Critical Think and McKeegan. They were walking on ice with crampons and stuff like that. That looks hazardous. At least from the
Yeah,
videos that I've
I've seen that.
wherever the fuck they were, where they were taking their shirts off. I mean, like when you saw like Whitson, for example, when he was doing the Bape Gate stuff, as an example, right? Like he was like sweaty, like he didn't have hardly anything on. He was like hot almost, you know what I mean? Like that felt like a warm wherever they were. So I can't tell you, and is that enough for you to say that they were not in Antarctica? I don't know. Not to me.
Not to me either. Not to me
They
either.
did.
I think
like,
they were down
I'm
there.
puzzled.
I think they were down there, but when they did the filming of the 24-hour sun, they needed that to look good. That's why I think that part of it might have been a studio.
I mean,
It's
it
so
is
perfect.
weird. It is weird that they were
was an
saying that for
awesome
months that
outtake
it's
right
cloudy over there, and then all of a sudden, while they're there, it opens up, and
It's
then they have
beautiful.
more bad weather coming in. I think that is weird. I agree, that is
And I'm
weird.
not saying that just because it was nice, then they didn't go. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm just saying the way it matches up, and you have to understand I'm gonna say it. These Globers are liars. They are fucking liars. And I'm going to continue with this rant by adding this much to it. These motherfuckers, and I'm so fucking serious, these motherfuckers are the same fucking ones that said to take that fucking shot. Remember that shit? We're not too fucking far removed. And now we have another series of shots coming. They're going to be the same ones to say, take that fucking shot. These motherfuckers are so full of shit. They're so fucking deceptive. And then on top of that, because of them, we lost so many fucking people just 5 years ago. Now, I know that's not the final experiment. I get that. I know that's not this and that's not that. They are of the same fucking spirit. That's them. These motherfuckers right here, like I Am Wilson, yes, I'm going to call them fucking liars, I Am Wilson. Absolutely. Because they got caught in fucking lies. Absolutely got caught in lies when they said they didn't do something, and then it turns out that they did. You want to know something?
Wow,
when you get caught in a fucking hey, I'm gonna fucking go with it. Fuck all that. Fuck all of that. I haven't had a rant like this in a long time, and I'm gonna ride it out, motherfucker. Let me tell you something. I'm not saying that they lied about where they went, about this or that. I'm saying that it's funky, but at the same time, the reason I'm calling them liars, because those specific Globers specifically, how many times have you seen them sit there try to deceive people? How many times have you seen them try to trick flat earthers into doing one thing, meanwhile being somewhere else doing this or doing that? And here's my thing, man. If you're trying to show people that your model is correct, that's what you want to demonstrate. Just demonstrate it, right? If it's right, it's right. If it's not right, and we could prove that it's not right, then that's something. Same with the flat earth. I think the flat earth people play fair because we're too busy trying to figure out where the fuck we at. You know what I'm saying? We figured out some things, but then there are a whole slew of things that we're still
There's some
trying
bad
to
apples
figure
here,
out.
man. There's some bad apples in
And
the
there
flat earth
are,
community.
indeed.
That's the matter of
Indeed.
fact, and
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like necessarily that they're liars per se, or they really have a dog in the race in regarding, like, I don't know, like biblical cosmology, or even the glomies. When you
Well,
look
no,
at like McToon's, or go ahead.
no, I'm
What's
sorry.
that?
I apologize, man. I'm not saying the flat earthers. I'm saying in
I
general,
know.
like the big
I
globe channels. My bad.
I'm talking about in general for both globe earthers and flat earthers. There are bad
Oh,
apples on both sides, and then so there's like there's a gradations of there are people who are definitely lying. We are 100% sure there are people who are lying through their teeth about the nature of this reality, the cosmology. That's 100%. But there are people who genuinely believe that model of the globe because they're so hardcore programmed. And because they are 100% like programmed and in the belief of it, maybe they're selected to play that role and they get pushed to, you
Yeah, I
know,
agree
the
with that.
forefront by the algorithm. You know what I mean? So like to them, okay, they're inaccurate to us. They're not accurate, or they're just, but like if they don't think that they're lying in their minds, you know, they're thinking that they're telling the truth in their mind. You know what I'm
You
saying?
want to know? You want to know how I know that
That's really good
one of
insight.
them, especially McToon, is a liar? You have a guy named Marcus Allen. I don't know if you're familiar with the NASA. They call themselves the NASA Shills. Shout out to NASA Shills, the NASA detectives, right? Or the Apollo detectives. And their thing is you've got him, you've got Gerald White, you've got a whole bunch, you've got this panel that usually comes on, and they break down. Their thing is to break down the moon landing. And they've broken it down for like almost 3 decades now, it seems like. And they've broken it down piece by piece. And Marcus Allen's, his big claim to fame is that he's been a like super photographer for over 50 years now, right? Old English dude, smokes a lot. Now, he had a debate with McToon. You know that bullshit energy McToon brings to every flat earth debate? Well, that's because he's facing a flat earther. This is McToon going before a senior. This Marcus Allen is like 70, he's like 82 years old. Excuse me. He's 82 years old, British dude. He's coming at this dude like he's talking to one of us. He's like, oh, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Oh, all your information is wrong. So it's like he's playing that bad guy WWF character. It's like, and even though he may be playing a character, that's when I knew. I was like, this dude is lying. Like, even though he may be playing a character, he knows what he's doing, and he knows what he's doing is wrong. And because he was on that panel with Marcus Allen, wouldn't let the dude talk, wouldn't let the dude show his evidence and nothing like that. So much so, and you know, British people tend to be fucking very polite and all that. The dude got upset. And he was like, listen, motherfucker. No, that's me talking, but I'm paraphrasing, right? He's like, listen, motherfucker, sit your bum ass down and fucking behave. Because I came out here at your behest so we can discuss this moon landing shit. And instead, you want to act like a total jackass. Sit down and fucking behave. So McToon shut the fuck up, right? Because it was kind of embarrassing. I would have been fucking embarrassed and I would have been mad if anybody talked to me like that. But then again, I would have deserved it. McToon deserved it. He did. And then at the end of it, you know what McToon said? McToon was like, that's what I do. I do that to kind of fuck with people. And I'm like, this dude is a fucking, he's goddamn Andre the Giant and Big John Studd rolled into one. And all these Globers, they are paid. And just like I Am Wilson is in here talking shit, this motherfuckers, these people are just full of shit, dude. And you bring nothing of value to the table. And the problem with you motherfuckers, man, is people die under your watch. That's the problem. People lose their lives because of motherfuckers like you, because they listen to motherfuckers like you. Motherfuckers like you have kids, and you teach your kids the same bullshit that we all learned, right?
Trust the science.
And because of these lies and everything else, is people fucking die because of these lies. And it's a big fucking deal. It's an absolute big deal. And yes, I'm passionate about it. Yes, I'm upset about it, because it's just like the end all be all. When you lose your life because of some shit like that, if you're not fucking upset about it, something's fucking wrong with you. What do you want?
Don't you dare.
Shut the
Don't
fuck
you dare.
up,
Don't
bitch.
you dare accuse us.
Ugly bitch, shut up. Anyway, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so look, like one of the things that I want to speak about us, okay? Like, because they're going to do what they're going to do, okay? You can call them paid shills and whatnot, and I'm not going to disagree with all that. And maybe they're just lying through their teeth, or maybe they're just programmed really hardcore. I don't know. Maybe they're MK Ultra. Maybe those are all the combinations of everything in between. But as far as we are concerned, we're looking for the truth, right? And what we want is to have cohesiveness. And that's the reason why these kind of dialogues are important to have, you know, so that we have some understanding that I represent myself. I represent certain line of thinking that is reasonable to me. Now, I don't need to have people agree with me, but it's good that I put my voice out there, I put my face out there, and a lot of people in the chat are going to disagree with me, and that's fine. That's normal, and that's to be expected. But come 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line, we're going to have these discussions more and more. Okay. And we're going to have more and more understanding, more and more clarity, because there's going to be more information that's going to be available to the larger audience. And people are going to have to put their words where their mouth is at the end of the day, you know? And if I'm wrong about anything, I don't mind telling you, everybody, and announcing to the world, hey, I fucked up. I was wrong about this. Let's move the fuck on. That's the way it should be.
Absolutely. I agree. I agree. And you know what? It makes us better at the end of the day. I was proven wrong on your show. And I accept it, because at the end of the day, like, I present, right? And I have my own show with these guys, and I want to be as honest as possible. And I want to come from a place of honesty. And when I'm wrong, I want to show these guys, hey, I was wrong about this, and these guys were right. And let me show you guys what it is that they showed me. And I think it makes us better at the end of the day. And you know, it's a glow. I hate having to say that, but it's one of those things that we hold on to the emotion of what felt good, right? Because just breaking away and being part of the flat earth was tough and difficult. But what we found comfort in was finding common ground with things like the Gleason's map and everything that comes with it. But if I'm not saying that the Gleason's map is wrong, but if it needs correction, or if it needs better explaining, maybe that's what it needs. I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
The map might be okay. I think the map might be okay. It's the model that is the problem. You know, the
so
model has been debunked.
Do you mean it's our application to the map?
No, like the map. Let's keep the map, but get rid of the circling sun. Right, the circling sun and the circling moon. Get rid of that. Keep the map. Toss the bones. That's the bone. That we don't need that shit. Okay, keep the map. And we have to have a new understanding of how the sun and the stars are actually working on the AE map. Okay. So once you get rid of the circling sun, you're going to be clear. It's going to make sense much better.
So it's funny that you say that, because and you also said something that I find also interesting, because David Weiss, his map relies on that sun going in a circle.
Yes, it does.
Go ahead, man.
And it's only correct during noon. At noon, it's like, you know, sitting above your head, you know, above Capricorn. Yeah, that's going to be accurate then. But after that, it's not going to be accurate, because just think about what happens south of the equator, you know, and how the sun actually rises and sets. It's not disappearing. You know, the angular size of the sun remains the same from morning to evening until it sets. The size of the sun. Think about this. If the sun is an actual physical object that is coming at you, and then you're taking a look at it from the distance, it should be small. And when it's above your head, it should be the biggest. And then as it's going away, it should be getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Should it not?
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but the reality of the matter is that when you photograph that sun from the sunrise all the way to sunset, the size of the sun remains the same. It hardly changes. And the glomies will tell you it's because it's 93 million miles away, and you know the Earth is only like 8,000 miles from like one end to the other or whatever, and so it's like you know, small minute difference for 93 million mile away sun. That's what the glomies will tell you. What I'm telling you is the way the sun is actually working is sun rising actually occurs, sunsets actually occurs, and is happening for each individual observer. And that's how it remains the same angular size throughout the day. People can verify that themselves. Yes. Go and do it. Go verify that. Don't take my word for it. I don't need anybody to trust me.
Right. And that's the thing is I've heard this. I haven't seen that for myself. I haven't tried that for myself. Right. And like my thing is, like, there are some of these things that people claim and they say that this is true. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, that's obviously true. I can't say that because like I've never seen that for myself as far as the sun is concerned. Like I hear you say it. I've heard so many people say it. I've heard the David Weisses and all them say it. I've never done it. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't tell you.
Okay. Well, look, like I think what's important is just people need to go and do the research. I think people are in different camps, you know, and again, there's like parasocial dynamics that's going to be involved. Like, you know, I want to talk to, let's say, Run Boston Bear, like not to saying, you know, like I was over at Z's and Run Boston Bear was up there, and he said, well, he's friends with Whitsitt, he's friends with Dave Wise, and he has a kind of a relationship with them. He knows them in person, and Laurie was talking about how he knows Dave Wise in person and stuff like that. I don't care about these personalities. What I care about what people say. I can meet you in person and say the same thing. I don't need to meet people in person and say, "Oh, I'm going to change my narrative because I met you in person." You know, that's not the way we should operate. I can hear you just fine over here. Okay, if I meet you or anybody else someday, that'll be great. I think it'll be great to hang out with people. But I'm going to remain in my position. I'm not going to suddenly change and do a globe flip because I'm meeting people in person. Like, what the hell is up with that?
And that's something that Larry mentioned. This is something that I've mentioned, right? But this is something that I've mentioned months ago and or weeks ago, excuse me. That I was like, yo, the dude's compromised, man. Like, I sincerely feel people have gotten to him and they were like, yo, man, we're gonna tell about some shit, or we're gonna do some that's what I think. I think he's just been reached because he's got a big channel.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
and this is my opinion. I'm not saying that he was. Maybe he does feel that the Earth is a globe. Sure. But I truly feel that he has been somebody.
I don't disagree with you.
Like, they showed him a freaking box of money. They were like, there's $300,000 in here. Here.
Maybe it was a silencer on one side of the table and a briefcase on the other side of the table. Who knows? But like it doesn't matter to me because like. Yeah, we can speculate all we want, but like Laurie is basically saying, you know, like he's basically kind of being an apologist for Jaren. Like, I know Jaren, and he seems like he's like, you know, calling out for help, and he's under duress, and he's like speaking in code and stuff like. I don't know, but when I listen to Jaren, he's basically a flat earther who went to Globeside and then basically denouncing the flat Earth and saying that, well, this is what the flat earthers are. I'm more honest with that compared to anybody else, but I can only speculate that he got a bunch of money because he will. I mean, like, is he ever going to admit if he got a bunch of money anyways? So he's going to 100% deny it, you know. And even if he was threatened and said, well, we're going to hurt your family and we're going to kidnap somebody or whatever, he's not going to be honest about that. So it doesn't matter. It's just all speculation. What matters is what he says publicly on his channel, which means that he's saying that the Earth is not flat, basically, you know, and he's leaning towards the globe side of things. That's all we need to know.
That's at the end of the day, that's it. And I find it interesting, those that are still rocking with him. And it's like, man, who was the flat earther? And so even visiting his channel nowadays, and I'm not trying to sit here and talk shit about him, but even visiting his channel nowadays, like, it looks so strange. It's full of these people in there, like the Brendas and the I Am Wilsons and everything else like that. And Brenda keeps coming up in here, and I keep having to kick Brenda out because Brenda thinks that, like, Brenda, listen, okay, listen, Brenda, this is for you. I'm going to pray for you. I'm serious. I'm not talking crap either. I'm seriously going to pray for you, man. Like, yo, take this time to go do some soul searching. Like, please don't come over here just bothering us, man. Because, yo, these people ain't feeling you like that. And you really going to stress us out. It's Friday, man. Yo, enjoy your Friday, man. Go get some ice cream. Go get something. Go get a Slurpee. Enjoy your weekend, man. Like, don't come in here fucking with us, because if our information is stupid, let us sit here and be stupid without you coming in here to try and make us smart. Okay? Thank you. I appreciate it, Brenda.
I'll tell you what Brenda's job is. Brenda's job, she's on task, and she is going around all these flat earth channels, like, with hardly any followers. Like, I got like less than 3,000 subs. You got less than 1,000 subs. Z's got less than 3,000. I've seen her over at Telegram, not Telegram, over at Discord, over at the Clubhouse. She is everywhere. You know, she is freaking everywhere. She's on task. And what is her job? She goes on and then she talks about, hey, you guys are liars. You guys are not being accurate. And we go into this spiral of talking about how we get into the defensive. We get all like emotional about her being there. But then we don't get to talk about any kind of real shit.
It's her job.
That's her job.
Yep. Brenda, thank you for coming, but thank you also for leaving. Bye-bye. So yeah, that's
I mean, it's fun to have her there, and then you like kind of like, you know, body slam her around a little bit and dunk her, you know, from your screen a few times, you know, and drown her underneath, and then have her complain behind the back and shit like that. That's kind of fun for a little bit, but then after a while, we don't really get to talk about real shit, you know, because that's what's important,
right? And we're stuck talking about this, about Brenda, and so
that's right.
There it is, and yeah, it's jumping in there. Hopefully, Brenda, you're happy. I hope you're happy doing this. But so we also, my thing is, yes, what did we learn? We learned quite a bit, and what are we going to learn is my thing. So I don't know if you've heard of Mikey Smith. I don't know if you have.
Yeah. I saw him over at Vika and your channel. I mean, you know, I'm lurking a lot, so sometimes I catch it afterwards and stuff like this. So he was talking about filming the firmament, something like that.
There are a couple of things. There's the firmament, there's the stars, there's the moon. The firmament is it is some of the weirdest stuff that I see him filming, live film, and also taking still pictures of, right? One of his big claims to fame is actually what is that thing? It is the stars. Oh man, am I froze up in this bitch? Am I frozen, y'all?
No.
Okay, so one of his big claims to fame is the wait a minute. Oh my goodness. Is it someone that we have in here? Someone is a guest. Yes. Hold on now. And then, of course, yeah. He hails from Saskatchewan, Canada. Not Chewbacca, y'all. It's not Wookiee style. Everybody, Mikey Smith, horizontally opposed. Come on down, Mikey. Welcome. And so we were just talking bad about you in here, Mikey Smith. And Natch is familiar with what it is that you've been doing. And I don't know if Natch knows that you'll be going here in the next couple of weeks to Nevada. Are you going to Las Vegas or are you going to Reno? Where are you going?
Yeah, I'm going south of Las Vegas.
How far south?
1 hour.
An hour south. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm going there to stay with a friend, and then I'm going straight to Vegas to go up and down the strip. Yeah.
Okay. So what you see behind Mikey's right shoulder right there is a picture of Sirius. I think that's Sirius. Is that correct, Mikey?
Yeah, you betcha. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, is this reversed? Are you flipped?
Yes.
Okay, so his left shoulder. I apologize.
Yeah, because South America is facing the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't even notice that, but yes. Okay. So Mikey has been taking these wild ass pictures of these things, right? And it goes from this right here, that star. I think you also got Beetlejuice, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
you know what?
Yeah,
so because I'm over here fucking up your whole bio right now, man. Go ahead and tell us what it is you get, man. What it is you do, what it is you doing, what you get. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, where do I start? So I started with Sirius April of 2023, and then we fast forward to 6 months, and then I get that picture in November 29th of 2023, and then January of last year, there was a day in there. I can't remember which day. I recorded some stars, Orion's Belt, all 3 stars, Beetlejuice, and there's whatever the other one is on the right side of Orion's Belt, and a couple of other stars. And January of last year was the last clear night, clear enough to record the stars. And I mean no clouds. Having no clouds doesn't mean that it's clear outside. Okay, there's still moisture, and whatever is in the air is preventing me from getting more stars. I haven't been to my friend's farm where I usually go record the stars at all this winter. I was there 2 times a week last winter, and I haven't been there yet to do it. So the skies are just pathetic here. I need to go somewhere where it's dry. At least that's my assumption. So that's where I'm going. I'm leaving on the 23rd to go to Vegas or Nevada anyways. Yeah.
Okay, that's right. And so you're leaving when?
23rd.
The 23rd. When do you get to Nevada?
The 24th.
The 24th. Okay.
Yeah, I'm driving.
All right. So, Mikey, if you don't mind, could we see, and you should have this thing on standby on the burner already. We would like to see this promotion of you going down to Vegas.
So yeah, that video, of course, yes.
Yeah. So, so what we're doing, Natch, is we're just pitching in, throwing a couple of dollars here, a couple of dollars there to get Mikey down to Vegas, so he could be in an environment where he could spend the time to look at these bodies and look at them during the blackest of nights, during the new moon time frame. So there are a lot of things that I think that a lot of really good informations that he's going to be getting during that time period. And so without further ado, Mikey, you just let me know when you're ready to rock, man.
Yeah, give me about 4 seconds here.
So this stuff is absolutely remarkable, man. Like, I've never seen it. And I keep forgetting that when he gets serious, it's not just on still film. He also has it in real time. You know what I'm saying? He also has it on video as well. So I'm like, God, dog. So Mikey, tell us again, do all these stars look like Sirius? Or do they vary slightly, or what is it? Talk to us.
Yeah, just let me get back to the so as of right now, I'm assuming that as of right now, from what I could see, there are at least 5 or 6 different stars. All the bigger stars, Capella, Vega, any of the bigger, brighter stars are going to look like this. The star Sirius, and then even in the cluster of stars that is to the right of Orion's belt, there's some bigger stars in there. They're going to look like that. And I can confirm that already, because when the sky is not 100% clear, you can kind of see the points there, just faintly, but it's fuzzier, but whatever. You can basically tell that they're the same. And then there are ones that look like straight, at least so far. It looks like you're looking at a 2x4 sideways, like like right down the 2x4, you know, just square. And then there are some that don't have that frequency. It's more of a fluent energy. So yeah, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 stars top so far. I can't see anything else that's different than that anyway. So
okay, so we've seen David Weiss's Arcturus. So, and I mean, that's Arcturus with, you know, Lord knows what the atmosphere is doing.
Yes.
Do you think Arcturus would look any different in a clear?
Yes.
So do you think it would look totally different? Do you think that it would look like Sirius?
Yes.
It would look like Sirius. Arcturus would look like Sirius in a clear night.
Exactly. And I'll come Arcturus. I think I filmed that, but it Capella would be the same, exactly the same. I know it will be the same. I know it will be.
Okay.
Yeah. I just know from it's.
So then
you said that you're using like binoculars to take photos of these, right?
Yeah, videos. Yeah, I used a phone mount and connected to the eyepiece of the binoculars. But again, it's not. When I first came into this, I wanted something more natural, because a camera P1000 is not natural. There's things happening. It's a horrible camera for taking videos in the night. It doesn't know what it's doing. And I wanted something more natural to the human eye. And I'm thinking, well, what could it be? So I've been through all the things like monoscopes, hunting scopes, the ones that you find deer in the long range.
Yeah.
The electronic ones.
Yeah. And I decided on binoculars and binoculars and binoculars. Everybody keeps telling me to have go get a telescope. But telescopes allow you to see more of the sky. I don't want to see more of the sky. I want to see this much of the sky and zoom into that. Okay.
Because if you have a grander view of the sky, like with a wide scope, then tell us what it is.
You're just, all you're seeing is more stars way far away. You're not coming up closer to them. You know, I've been to an observatory. I looked through the telescope there, the normal big ones you get, you know, and it didn't look any different than my binoculars. The only difference was he didn't allow me or him to hook up his cell phone to the eyepiece of the telescope. And when I presented him with my video of my star, there was 2 people there, and it made him so uncomfortable. They had to leave supposedly right after that video.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's they don't like what I'm getting. Yeah. And it's not any day. See, people with P1000s, they go out any day, and any day and every day is a blurry, wonderful video to them that they give to David Weiss, and you'll do that imitation wonderfully, but I can't do it right now. But I just, you know,
You're not stupid. It's stupid.
Yeah. So. No, I'm truthfully doing this. I listened to the Globies. That's the only time I listened to them. They said I have the P1000. It's right here. I've used it. I've recorded the same blurry videos as everybody else, but I came to my own thoughts and I said, no, this can't be right. There has to be a way to get the stars more clear. And I put in so much time and effort. I go out when it's clear, and I put in the work, and I get it done. I get it done.
So have you come to any conclusions about what the celestials are, Mikey?
The only thing I can think of is frequencies. That's the only term I could use, because when you see the video, it looks like a frequent, like they go in and out, just like a spring on the shock of your car, in and out really quick, just like that. And the straight ones, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if it's just a vibration, maybe I never just thought of that right now, actually, because I'm still trying to figure out what the straight ones are, because there's lots. There's always, like, if you used your fingers, there's one group of stars that are literally on top of each other, and I would like to get those at some point, but most of the time they're like this or like this or like this, you know. They're and there's tons of them. Like, there's groups. There's got to be 20 groups of stars just like this, side by side, you know, whatever.
Is there something that you're looking for in particular, or are you just making observations?
No, yeah, I'm just pointing my binoculars at the stars and recording them as I get them, you know, and that's about it. And then after that, I was interested in the Milky Way since then, obviously in the last 2 years, but I haven't come to a conclusion on how to record it yet. Until this summer, and I was always looking at it through the binoculars because it was coming around finally as the night started to get longer and longer, and so I started taking pictures. How was I doing that now? I was taking pictures through the binoculars, yeah, but then so Samsung Galaxies have night mode. Now it captures all the light for 2 or 3 seconds. No, yeah, in between 2 and 5 seconds. I think there's a timer you could use. And so it gathers all the light, and then it takes the shot, hey? And when you do that, it totally changed everything. I took a few shots there. I'm like, well, why don't I try night mode? And I started looking at my pictures. I'm like, what the heck is that? Because there's literally a surface in the Milky Way, anyways, because there's a lot of lights there to help out with that gathering of the light, you know, and it just smacks you right in the face. There is 100% the firmament there. You can see it.
Or what we think. I'm going to say, I'm going to play devil's advocate. What we think could be the firmament. I think that would just be fair to say that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let me ask Mikey, like, what makes you so sure that you think that it is?
I got nothing else.
Show the image.
Yeah.
Have you seen these, Natch?
Yeah, they're.
Maybe I have not, but maybe we should take a look.
Yes. Okay. So before we see the image, Mikey, if you could just please play the promotion of your trip to Las Vegas. Come on now.
Yeah. All right.
And while we're waiting, how is this different to using a telescope with binoculars versus a telescope?
So telescopes allow you to see more of the sky. So instead of so if my hand's up at my camera, you see that with the binoculars, you can see the wrinkles you can see the creases in my fingers there, and probably some dirt and whatever else, the wrinkles in my hand. But
probably them long ass fingernails too that maybe you cut.
How does that affect the observation?
Now I can put in 10 groups of hands. but you cannot see the definition of the wrinkles in my hands. I don't need to see 10 hands. I need to see one up close. You know, when you have a microscope and you're zooming in on the goop on the dish, you're not zooming way back out to see it all. You want to zoom in, you know, and that's what. And I can't stand looking at these telescopes, because when you see telescopes on TikTok, that they're always, oh, look at my massive telescope, my $5,000 telescope. They bring in their cell phone to the eyepiece and they cut they cut the footage and they insert NASA junk. It's done like that all the time. It's horrible. I'm tired of watching stuff like that. Go get a telescope. Bigger is not better. That's the thing. I don't need a bigger telescope. I need bigger binoculars, more magnification. What's Vlad laughing at now?
No, because I hear Luke over there laughing at shit. He just let it go, and I'm just like,
bigger is not better in all instances. But yeah, no. Let's
depending on the situation, right?
All right.
Share screen. I'll get to the pictures here.
And there goes Ryder. Ryder is in here. Ryder, man, I was gonna talk so much shit about you, but I'm not. I offered to have you come in here, Ryder, and start talking as to why Mikey's wrong and everything else. Mikey, please just relax, because you have a person in here that's part of the peanut gallery.
Yeah. Can I get? I'll just get the video out of the way, then we can talk.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
So thanks to Sam Abukaya. Sam is like, hey, Mikey, you know, I have a video for you to go and present to the people so that they can see what it is that you're going to do in a few weeks. You know, what it is that they have these things, you know. So that's Mikey Abukaya. If you don't know Mikey, that's how he speaks. Is that it? Oh, Sammy. Did I call him Mikey? Damn, shame on me. Fatwa on me. So here it is. I haven't seen it, but thanks. Shout out to Sam Abukaya for an awesome job in presenting this. So go ahead, Mikey. Do your thing, man.
Yeah, for sure, man.
We can't hear nothing, Mikey.
Oh, okay. I'll have to go through YouTube then. Sorry.
Mikey, man, what you going through? You going through E-Bombs World or something? Mikey going through Black Planet just to show a video, man.
Present. Here we go. Okay, let's do it this way then. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We good?
Yes. Go ahead, play, Mike. So, Mikey, go ahead and tell us what it is we're looking at. I love it. Good job. Shout out to Sam. Thank you, Sam, for that. Shout out, man. That was awesome work. I know it looks so simple, but I'll be honest with you. You're the first, whether it's wrong or you're right, you're the first one that's done this. I've never seen anything like it. Like, again, like I said, whether it's wrong or it's right, I've never seen that. So questions. Welcome back, Lowry. Welcome, bro.
Hello.
So you have questions, Natch? So Natch is sitting there. He's
No, not really. I mean, like, let's just take a look at what he's got. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, I see the apparatus. It's a binocular with his camera attached to it, right?
Yep. Mikey,
Yeah.
show him the moon with all those things coming off of it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We want to go there first. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's show him that.
Okay. Just give me a minute here. You got me on the spot here.
So this stuff is this is what I'm talking about. I'm like, man, if we're gonna be here and we're gonna be looking into the flat earth and all these things, then while we're at it, hell man, let's go ahead and no, so Ryder, the star name, that was Sirius, correct, Mikey? That was the Sirius, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ryder, that was Sirius. Damn, Ryder, man, Ryder is dick riding on the dick of hate right now, Ryder. You are dick riding on hate right now. I don't know what your problem is, dude. I offered for you to come in here and explain why Mikey's a fool and why he's wrong. You called him a liar earlier. You just come in here and defend your shit, man. Don't be sitting there casting stones, bro. Come on, Ryder. Don't do that, man. That's not nice.
Sorry, I dipped out for a minute. I had some camera problems, and but I kind of feel where you guys are at right now. You're talking about, man, you're talking about the place you live in, and I think that's where we're all at. Yeah, we're trying to figure out where the hell do we live, and like what is it that we walk around on, and I think that's pretty powerful.
Yeah. So, Mikey, no, not this one, because not these space waves. The one where the moon is got those like things popping off of it. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me.
Is this some lunar wave shit? Like Crow 777 lunar wave shit?
No, I don't. I don't know what Crow 777 is doing. But as far as what Mikey was getting, you'll see. I have. Because again, I don't know what Crow 777 was showing.
All right, guys, we're gonna do a part.
Yeah, what Crow 777 is doing? He's using computer software. That's bullshit.
I went through the whole Crow 777 lunar wave thing. It was interesting because he was trying to value whether or not what he was seeing was an anomaly on his tech or an actual thing that he was looking at. And so like that's where I'm at on that whole thing. It's like
right.
He saw something that didn't make sense with his camera tech.
Right.
That's what
a lot of people are saying that with Mikey's findings, that it's his camera that's all doing what it does, being a camera, right? Because it's an electronic camera, and it's like compensating for the things that we don't see or that we think we see. It's like kind of compensating and overcompensating because of the type of software that's in there. But what he's showing, like he's stopping and he rinses and he repeats with other stars as well, and he does with the moon, and it's unlike anything that I've ever seen in my life. And go ahead, Mikey, show us what you got.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I was recording the moon. Oh, hold on, I got some echo here. I gotta go back here and turn this off. Yeah, oh, that is off.
Mikey, we sound like we in church right now, bro.
I mean, all of this is fascinating to me. I love talking about the moon. I mean, the moon is one of the big mysteries of, our world, even the sun. But like, it's interesting. Yeah, it's not something you can land on, guys. You can't land on that thing. It's the moon.
Get out of here.
It's
not made of cheese.
I mean, it's almost better to just always entertain the fact that it's made out of cheese because
no, it's made out of helium. It's a balloon.
We don't have a damn answer on what the thing actually is. There's a lot of people out there that think it's a moon map, and I'm not opposed to that. I'm really not opposed to like the fact that there's a reflection on there that looks like. But it literally is. It's a light in the sky, guys.
Moon map?
Like,
what the heck?
Did you mean Earth map?
Well, I know what he meant. I think he meant Earth map. You meant Earth map or moon map?
Yeah. I'm willing to explore the Earth map on there. It's intriguing, but I'm not making a claim here. But it's intriguing, and it's also a light in the sky that produces a cold light, and we've proved that.
Yeah,
we've proved that it's a cold light.
Yeah,
and I've went through the whole observation of it. We proved it's a cold light. So it's doing something that we don't understand.
Mm-hmm. There we go. There we go. This is space. This is space spunk.
Yeah, I'm just going back and forth with the. Why am I echoing here? Yeah.
What are we looking at?
The moon. And you can see that there's. Why is there an echo here?
It's like little freaking sperms jumping off of it.
Yeah, well, I see that. I think it's Lowry probably. It's been echoing since he came. Can you mute yourself when you're not speaking, Lowry, please?
I think it might be my headset picking.
I'm gonna do mine. I'm gonna mute mine too, Mikey. Do your thing, bro.
Yeah. So I'm just showing. So I was recording the moon. I was the blue light that shows up in the video is me pointing my laser at the moon.
Right.
I'm not sure if the moon was reacting to that or not, but it's kind of a weird timing frame for that. So, and you can see that there's more of these things here. There's one there. There's like half a dozen of these squiggly things that look like they want to jump off the moon.
Yeah, there's a thing when you actually interact with the celestial sphere, as it were, then you get a response from it. I think that's the thing that Stephen Greer is kind of working through. I don't know. This is like beyond my comprehension level. Mm-hmm. But like if you look at something and you engage with it, then you get a reaction from it.
Huh.
And that's what the whole disclosure, quote unquote disclosure thing is that you're looking at something and it's going to respond to you.
Mm-hmm. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the sperm jumped off of the moon. That's one of them older nursery rhyme things.
Yeah, it's also very weird because you have to understand, it's like these are things that we can't understand. We're trying to understand them. We're trying to figure it out. Are we supposed to know it? I don't think we're supposed to know it. I really don't. I think it's a mystery at every level. The only thing we can measure is what the temperature is of the moon versus the sun. And that can be measurable. That's completely measurable. You can go out into your yard and you can measure cold light versus hot light. You can measure the shadow moon versus the moonlight. And if you have a good full moon, you can actually do that. And you can do it over the course of many substances, and you'll find out that the moon is producing a cold light. It's weird. It's weird, guys. It's fucking weird, but that's the truth. And it's like you can go out and check it.
Yeah, and I think what's remarkable with what Mikey's finding is that we don't know what the fuck we're looking at. It looks strange. We could give it a name, and we could give it this, and we could give it that. And here comes Brenda again, but I'm kicking her out again. Bye, Brenda. So long, Brenda. I said go get some ice cream and get an icy, man. Yo, go chill. But you ain't coming in here tonight to fuck up my show. Get on out of here. Shoo.
Yeah, and here's the other thing, Brenda, we're actually trying to practice really good measures here, and like have you come in here and talk to us. Talk to us as a human being.
Nah. Peace, Brenda out.
You done with that?
Get out of here. I'm gonna do mine too, Mikey. Do your thing, bro. Brenda, stop coming back, man. You're not welcome here, not tonight. Mikey, if you get that moon footage again, just let it roll. Let him see. Let the guys. Natch, I don't know if he's seen that. I know he saw that one squiggly line, but to see it in its full breadth, where you had those other things, you know what I'm saying?
Vlad, mate.
Yeah, what's up?
I think someone's got YouTube on in the background. Is that FE Nation, maybe?
Oh.
No, yeah, that's. Hey, can we turn that down for a minute so I can talk to these guys? It'd be great. How y'all doing this evening?
Hey, Carl,
Mikey.
is that you, Carl?
Yeah, what's up, Lowry?
I think we have you on the show this coming weekend, and I think honestly, like somebody needs to take up this moon observation of temperature, because like nobody's done it. They've done it. Yes, it's out there, but we can't find it. So I think somebody has to figure out the full moon night and get some temperature readings versus moon shade versus moonlight. Then we can understand that we have a light in the sky that's doing a thing. Yeah, that's just me.
I know I've done it myself, and I was fascinated with getting the findings as far as, the cold of the moon and all that stuff. What I do like to see is this footage of the moon doing those weird spaghettis falling off of the moon. That's wild.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
So not just the cold light and stuff like that, but doing new things, I think, is also important, because that's something that, even though we may not know what it does now or why it does now, we could just take that information and then we could add it to the bin of unknowns that we have, and then just keep taking and adding to the bin of unknowns that we have. And it's all right to have an unknown. Like at least
honestly, Iron, we can get that data really easily. We can measure temperature in moonshade versus moonlight. We can do
Lowry, man, bro, I didn't say we can't. We can do that all the time. I get that. What I'm talking about is what he's doing. Like, this is just one of those new things that we're like, all we could do is put our hands up, because don't nobody know what the fuck we looking at. You understand what I'm saying?
Mikey's got some good shots there for sure.
Yeah,
he's doing some excellent work, and I'm watching his stuff all the time, and I understand about his binocular thing. I'm gonna try that. I got a hunting one that I'm gonna try with first, just to sample with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's getting some excellent shots. So great work, Mike.
Yeah,
that's for sure. We're gonna figure this thing out. And Vlad, I would like to share my screen, and I'm going to be on Rico's Tinfoil Sabro this weekend.
Yeah.
Sunday. What time are we going on, Lowry? I haven't really got.
Rico haven't reached
7
back
p.m.
out to me. 7 p.m. And I would like to talk about the moon. I think the moon is like something that's not been talked about. I think we should talk about it.
Right.
I really do.
If tell Rico at 6:30 to go ahead and send me a thing so we can talk 30 minutes before we can line up our show as we go. And I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about. Now, Vlad, if I could share, I would like to share something.
Sure. Go ahead. What's up, man?
What you got? Let me open up a tab here. You go.
While you're doing that, mate.
While you're doing
just
that,
quickly.
Yes, sir.
Just quickly. So I asked Jim Anus in the chat. He's from my neck of the. Yeah, he's from my neck of the woods in southeastern Victoria, and I asked him if he can confirm the sun rising south of east and setting south of west at this time of year, and he said, "Yes, Luke, my sunset vids all confirm the sun does set southwest of my position." Good on you, Jim.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And then that is a really powerful argument that we all have to talk about, because like we tried to do this pre TFE. We tried to do it with. I tried to get Jared to give me a sun position at a certain time. He wouldn't do it. So like.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, here's the thing. What we have in the destruction of like this actual thinking about it is that all you need is like one time moment. Where do you see the sun at? I see it here. What time is it?
In my heart.
It's and Nicole would say it's in her heart. I would say I would like to know where the sun is, and then and what happened was I reached out to Jer in the moment when he was down. Now, I'll give you two. This is twofold. I talked to him when he was in Chile, and I said, "Look, the sun is going down over there, and he saw it. And he showed it on one of his early things. And then you could look south, and there was clearly some illumination in the south. 2 different positions. I was looking at it from my loft in New York City, at four lofts, levels up. I was looking, and then I talked to a guy in Denver who said, "I see it this direction. I see it this direction," and there was no way that they were seeing the same sun. What I was seeing. For what he was seeing. And this is a really important topic to talk about. I mean, sun calc is extremely important here, guys.
Yeah.
Because it's going to make a bunch of difference at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody's really, I don't know if people are taking this into account. I'm taking it into account because I think it's important. If I see a sun over here and there's a sun 6,000 miles to the south in a different position, that either means that it's reflected down there, it's fake, or somebody shot it up into the sky, or there's 2 more suns that we don't understand. And that's where we're at. That's fucking where we're at, dude.
That's weird. Now, before we continue, shout out to FE Nation. What's going on, bro? It's good to see you. Iron Horse. Welcome to the channel.
Welcome, You're welcome. Thank you.
I apologize that I didn't greet y'all coming in here, man.
No, it's all good, brother. Hey, check it out. I would like to share my screen, and I know Mikey's going to show his. Right. I don't want to be on here long.
Yeah,
Mikey. I want to be on here just long enough to show you what. Okay, so let me ask everybody on the panel. Now we're talking about everybody brings up the inverse square law of light.
Yep, I know that.
Okay, so. Mikey, I love the P900, man. It's fucking awesome. I'm just letting you know. Anyway, listen, I got a picture I would like to share on the screen of, and this is what this inverse square law of light. Let's talk about that. I mean, how far, and the night of the picture that I'm going to show you, according to their thing, was 436 million miles away. Okay, let's just fathom that.
Right.
436 million miles.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if the sun was shining on something, would, like Jupiter, would its reflection even light up our sky clouds? Yes or no?
No, it wouldn't. It would not. Period. It would not.
Period. Right.
Period. It
I'm
would
going to
not.
share my screen. Get ready, because my P900 don't lie. Men lie. Okay. So I'm just saying. It doesn't lie. So you all ready?
Carl, what I would ultimately say is, like, we've been dealing with the fact that they've added a bunch of zeros to our reality over the course of, I don't know, 50 years. It's not working anymore. We've got it. We've captured it. Like everybody here is listening. Everybody here is in this chat. We understand it. They fucked up.
They did. The Synagogue of Satan did. All kinds of people added zeros to their fucking claims.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Until you can't figure it out anymore, and you're like, how am I supposed to figure out that a star that I'm looking at is this far away? It's bullshit. It's dumb. It's retarded. And like that's what I impart to anybody in this community. It's like it's fucking stupid.
It's wild.
Look at this fantastic picture of the galaxy. It's a tinfoil sombrero galaxy from like 28 million miles away, but we can't get a bank robber.
Yeah, it's dumb.
No, that's true.
It's retarded.
Wild.
It's stupid.
FE Nation, what you got, bro? Let me see what you got, bro.
Hang on a second.
Here. I put 38 Ks.
I like that.
For
I like that.
If I could sing y'all, I would.
We made your tile, Carl. We made your tile. It just says 38K forever.
38K, episode 38, but you got
because they just lie about numbers. They're like, let's make the numbers as big as possible and fuck everyone.
Hang on a second. Here we go.
Okay, so this is FE Nation.
We're just gonna go to it.
Yeah. Let us know what it is you're going to present to us.
Here we go. Hang on a second. I got you. Hang on. Come.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. That's funny.
Get ready.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to show you. Here we go.
Oh shit.
And don't do it.
Go ahead.
Hang on. I'm going to stop. Now, see the moon?
The moon.
Right here? Right?
Oh shit.
See this?
Don't flash
see
nothing
right
crazy,
here?
please.
You see this right here? That's Jupiter. Now watch.
I don't see anything. We just see his page.
Yeah, Carl, put up share the actual picture so we can look at it.
Yeah, man, you just yelling about your
We're on your page. we're just looking at FE Nation and three videos that are partially viewed.
Well, it should be this one. You see my screen, right?
Yeah, I see the
screen.
Make it
Make
big.
It is your YouTube page. It says FE Nation white, and it got 3 episodes of some shit.
That is it. Okay.
You might have the wrong tab. You have to tick on the right tab.
The wrong tab.
Okay. Hang on a second. Let me do this.
My
bad. I'm not new at this.
My man's like, you want to see something that's going to blow your socks off?
You gotta remember, like when you're broadcasting and doing stuff, you have to show the thing, and once we see it, we're on your side. But just show it and make sure you show it properly, and so we can look at it. You know, that's that's what's important.
NDB's like, yo, dog, you just talking shit.
I know. Yeah,
NDB's #1 fan.
NDB, we need some bum bong. You want NDB's like.
All right,
all
right.
Do you see my screen now?
No, sir. There's nothing that you're presenting.
Just share your screen. We'll walk through.
Yeah.
Your,
in the meantime, Mikey, man, what you
okay,
got,
go ahead,
bro?
Mike. I'll pick it up. Hang on.
Why doesn't he send a link in the private chat and then you can do it, Vlad?
There we go. Send the link. Send the link, FE Nation, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
in
do
the
it
private
do
chat.
that way. We're all on the same side, guys. Here, we're just doing a thing because it's important. So just like send it.
We're on this, Larry. We're on the hopefully on the same side of truth.
Yeah, that's what we're working on. And also, Notch, I can see you. You're like really angry and like, but we're all on your side, buddy. We're just trying to make some shit happen
you see
here.
It now?
I'm not angry. What am I angry about?
I could just see you. You're
bored,
just, like,
maybe.
Yeah, bored a little bit. Sure. Okay, so we see this right here. We see this right here, FE Nation. What you got, bro? Talk to us.
You see this now?
Yes.
Yeah, we can see.
Okay, now it's getting bigger, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
okay, now you can see the
yes.
moon, and you can see the little star up here at the top of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
we
then
see at the top of,
Jupiter's on the right.
yes, yes.
Okay, now look how it's lighting up the clouds. It was cloudy. And you see how this light source is separated from this light source?
All right, so who's playing music, bro?
Sorry, that's me. Sorry.
You see how this light source is separated from this light source? Now, to get Jupiter and the moon in the picture, with my P900, I could only go out like a quarter of a way. So that ain't really far on a P900, right?
Okay.
To get this picture, to get them both in the pictures as close as I could. And it's just crazy.
So what do you make of it? Like,
well, I'm just saying the inverse square law of light says Jupiter here over on the right top corner, right here.
Yep.
Is separate light than the moon.
Yep.
You can see the clouds, right?
Yep.
Now you can see the little star here.
Yep.
Yes.
Now, why is Jupiter in its own little separate little spot lighting up them clouds?
Because it's local, dude. It's local.
Exactly.
I mean, it's right there.
You know what?
It's literally right there.
Wow, that's weird because it looks like it's got a halo around it.
Yeah, it does.
Up the cloud. You think you could zoom in on that?
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. But
keep your finger on the control button and see if you could use your track wheel around that area.
No, let me.
Yeah, and what you run with here ultimately is like all these things in the sky are very local. They're very close to you. Yes. And like everybody's trying to figure out how the fuck do I resurrect a new understanding of my cosmology because all this stuff is close. It's close. It's right there.
Yeah, see right here where they sprayed.
Yeah.
In the sky. Now look where the moon's at, and compared to where I'm located.
Yeah.
Why
Look how
is it
low it
close
is in
and
the
so far
sky.
The
away?
moon almost looks like it has ears.
Yeah,
Looks like
look at
somebody's
it.
head.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
they were
if you
spraying the
think-
fuck out of skies that night.
Yeah, Carl. And I would say,
Wait. Jupiter just went direct on February 4th in astrology. I don't
Listen.
know if anybody follows astrology, but Jupiter is now direct, and Jupiter is the planet that rules houses that, kind of like usurp
Hey,
a whole bunch of
Jupiter's
Have you
the
seen my
landlord.
60 days of Jupiter? I filmed it for 60 days straight.
No, but I have a question.
I got
I have a
two
question for you.
30-day sections. And if you look at it, I promise you, what they say that those little, the Ganymede and Aurora and what are the other two are, when they go around and the days
Io and Callisto?
is not correct.
Io and Callisto.
yeah,
I got
it's weird.
60
the
days straight
locality
of it.
it's weird.
And I'm going to tell you something else. Listen very closely. Jupiter parallaxes other stars.
Yeah.
I've got it.
So-
you can watch my film footage and you'll see it.
So real quick, FE Nation, real quick. With what we have before us right now, what is this thing above the moon? What is that?
That right there,
Yes.
That's Venus.
right here.
I don't know.
They would say it's
I don't
Venus.
know. I was focused on Jupiter.
Okay. And this is
And
in
the
November,
moon.
it looks like.
Yeah, I got the dates,
Yes.
time, and everything. And I
Perfect.
promise you, this is close.
Yes.
Not even within 50 miles.
Right.
This is within 50 miles.
Right.
And the other day I got Mars in front of the moon. Okay. And I'm the only one, if you start research YouTube or wherever, I don't care, that when Mars got close to the moon, and I'm supposed to talk about this on Sunday, so y'all don't even know yet.
That's
I'm gonna
tomorrow.
be quiet. Yeah. Well,
Okay. All right. Yeah, I wouldn't want you to spoil it. Because I want to see what you're going to present on Sunday.
well, I mean, yeah. But anyway, yeah, Mike's got some good work, man.
Yeah,
If I can
Mike's
keep
got
it
it.
up.
Mikey's got some awesome work.
Everything's close. It's within 50 to, and I'll break it all down for you. I've got
Okay.
a lot of
Here's
stuff
the
to
thing-
show you.
Here's the thing I would also like to impart to everybody. Like when I walk out and I look up the sky and I go down to like the liquor store, I go down to get some food or do whatever I do.
At the liquor store, huh?
I'm looking at things in the sky that appear as though they're not really that far away. And I'm going through this notion constantly. I'm like, that's not that far away. It's like it's right there. And if you actually take, your observable, thing that you have in you, and you look at the sky, you're like, shit, that's right there.
Yeah, a
And nobody
P900
wants
is
to talk
designed to
about
look
that
at
shit.
something 238,000 miles away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And I
how
can
could
zoom
how
right
could
in on
something
it?
be
How's
so
that
close
happen?
and so far away?
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
right.
Mikey, what you got in there, bro? What you got in your bag of tricks, bro, homie?
Lots. One statement first.
Yeah.
For the questions about the firmament, you need to realize the stars in the sky, there's no depth to the stars. They're all side by side, not one here and one over there.
Okay. So, Kyle, plain and simple, welcome, bro. I didn't mean to forget about you. I didn't forget about you because I'm remembering you. Hi.
No, it's all good. What's up, guys?
It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you.
Notch,
So,
good to meet you.
all right.
Hey, one question for Mikey. One question for Mikey. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, do you see, when you look through your eyes, do you see the same thing through your binoculars or just through the camera?
No, through the binoculars, yeah.
Oh, so you see with that. Okay, cool,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Jupiter and Mars and all them are closer than the moon.
Closer.
I have
Closer
found
than
the
the
same
moon.
thing. I've found the same thing when I
Closer
look up.
than the moon.
So,
Okay? They go in front of it. The wandering stars.
I was gonna say.
We'll break it all down on Sunday.
Is one thing
Be
I
there
see
at
with the
Rico's
moon also.
Temple Sombrero.
One thing I see with the moon also is how it seems to, I don't know if it goes in front of or behind the stars, and you can see the stars through a disappearing moon, like a partial moon, like a quarter
Yes.
moon, and then you can see a
Yes.
shadow, and then sometimes you see stars through it. And now I'm just like, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. I really don't.
If you take a moment to actually go out and actually look up, which most people don't, you see a thing that is literally right there. You see a star that is right there, or you see a moon that's right there. It looks like it's really fucking close.
Yeah.
This isn't like bullshit that I'm talking to you about. It's like you walk out and you look up and you're like, fuck, it's right there. Nobody talks about that.
Well,
And
we're
it
talking about
sucks. Well, we're talking about it now. We're talking about it now, but nobody talks about it. I'm saying it's right there. It's in some sort of version of the firmament or whatever you want to call it up there. There is shit that's very close that nobody wants to fucking talk about, and it pisses me off.
Well, my thing is those people that we're talking about poorly is that they've lost so much credibility that we're done with them. For the most part, like whatever they say now, it's just mud. And we need to move past them, because things like I'm sure there will be people that will come after Mikey that will like show this a lot better. I've got some suggestions, but then again, I'm not a camera guy. But I could. But the good thing about a suggestion is that it's just a suggestion. But the guys that are out there doing the work, that are doing the observing, could probably take a piece of the suggestions and be like, well, actually, I could use some of that. So, guys, if you have some suggestions in the Foundry, if you've got something to present that Mikey can possibly use on his little adventure down in Nevada, then anything is a benefit, in my opinion. I truly believe this. I think here's one of my suggestions, Mikey. You're saying that this thing is running. It looks like it's running frequencies, and it looks like it is flashing in and out. And what I attribute that to is like a halogen light, right? Because halogen lights, lights in general basically do the same thing. If you get a phone and then you bring it up to a light source or something like that, like a light bulb or something, depending on the hertz rate that light bulb is getting its power from, you could see that hertz rate flickering on a camera or on a camera phone.
Yeah.
And that's similar to like the stroboscopic effect. What you could do, Mikey, or what you could possibly do, this is a suggestion now, is you could take your phone, and if you could put it in a slow motion record, I don't know, this is a guess, I don't know if you can do that, but if you could put it in a slow motion record type method and record those stars, maybe you can see something different.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, can I say something? Can I say something before I get off?
One at a time. Hold on. Oh, you're about to get off, FE Nation?
Yes, sir. I've got to get off. I've got something
ahead.
I got to do.
Go ahead, and then
can you still see my screen?
We could see you. We cannot see. Hold on.
I thought I was sharing. It said I was sharing.
No. All right, FE Nation, you're sharing now. You circled something in red.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is. I've always heard, and everyone of Dave Wise, I love the man. He's great. He's our ace in the hole for flat Earth. No matter what. I even got a picture of him doing that. We was at the great debate. You know that? Yeah, I know Dave. He was even on the Unreal Media. I did a little live, and he got on for a minute. But anyway, he always says that there's never been parallax of any stars, correct?
Okay.
Right? Am I wrong?
He has said that. He has.
There's never been parallax. There's I don't care what anybody says. There's never been parallax of anything. Period.
Watch and learn right here.
Okay, go for it.
You ready? There's on that date.
Okay.
Now watch the date. It's the same star. See it?
Oh, wow.
See right there?
Yeah.
Parallax, baby. From my position, that's parallax. No matter what, it's moving. And if you watch my 60 days, you'll see it. I'll show it to you.
Now, how do we know that
in the store? Huh?
How do we know that that's the same star, FE Nation?
Why is that the same? Because if you watch my 60 days of Jupiter.
Oh.
Okay, I got 30 days of it. I got 30 days, and I got 30.
Jupiter is not a star, though. Jupiter moves.
It's a wandering star, but it does parallax.
Yeah, it's a wandering star,
and it parallaxes. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
It moves.
Listen, it moves.
Jupiter, Mars,
but he said
all those planets are moving.
Any star, whatever, any star that parallaxes. That's all I'm stating.
And
any star?
Actually,
Any star.
Carl, what I would say to that, and like in positive moving forward.
Look at it where it's at.
Yeah, well,
but if we're spinning that fast, how can you get a fixed picture of a star?
It's moving. We're not moving. It moves. I got to move my camera to keep up with it.
Yeah, and I will tell you this. Like,
what is it? Is that a star or is it Jupiter?
It's
That's
me.
Jupiter.
Actually,
That is
it's
Jupiter right
a
there.
light. Carl,
It's a luminary.
Carl, but like not.
luminary.
It's a light. It's a luminary.
It's a luminary. Correct.
And that's how you get yourself across a big body of water to trade your tchotchkes.
Look at it, man. Look where the
stars in a storm. You can't follow the stars.
MP Nation, let me ask you a quick question before you go. Let me ask you a quick question. Do you believe the plasma sun is real?
No, it don't work like that. It's a solid object. It's like I'm going to break it all down. I don't want to give up too much of my stuff. I got to do it on Sunday.
I got you. But
But I'll show you, and you need to pay attention to what I'm showing you, because right here I'm showing you parallax, and believe me, look at where Jupiter is compared to the last picture. Now look at the different stars in the background.
Right.
Okay, and if you watch my 60 days, and if you was out there like Austin Tom Melodome, man, he does some beautiful work. Love him to death. He just went off the wrong end on because when reality is water. I'm going to tell you, reality is water.
Yeah, I would actually agree with that. And I was also
it don't matter, man. You can't show me water convexing around a ball and sticking to it while it's spinning. If you can't show, and I do a lot of driving for Uber, and I tell I do a lot of college students. I'm going to tell you right now, and I tell them, I say, look at your wheel on your car. You got a ball bearing, right? Goes around it holds your hub. Okay, you got a seal and you got a race. That contains the fluid. Your seal breaks, there goes the grease. What's going to happen? Your wheel's going to fucking go to crap. It's going to fall off, whatever. Okay?
A paradox would happen.
And it spins off. That's right. And then I go up to a bigger thing. I said, now look at your washer machine in your house. I said, put it on a spin cycle. What does it do? It slings everything off and to the side, right? I said, so it don't matter how big the ball is. And I'm going to break it down to reality for you. It don't matter how big a ball is.
Really?
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter how big.
It doesn't matter. The water's going to fall off a spinning ball.
I know, it's that stupid.
It's that stupid.
Fucking stupid.
That's stupid, Lowry.
You're not stupid. It's stupid.
Carl. So when you were showing the parallax,
we got rivers running north. Water don't run uphill. If it does, you better fucking run as fast as you can.
And honestly, Carl, if you actually ask an engineer who was involved with, say, I don't know the Panama Canal or Suez Canal, you'd ask them, it's like, how'd you engineer that thing? We had to make it flow. We had to make it level.
Yeah, we got to dig down.
And nobody wants to fucking look at that shit
and level it.
They don't want to look at it.
Locks and levers.
Carl.
We all know it's bullshit. That's why these motherfuckers that are continuing to push this shit, we got to fucking dump.
And there is no two sides. Listen, man, I put that thing in the thing earlier, and if you watch it, it's Richard Byrd, 33 to 35, and they was down there, and on my clip that I showed, it shows the moon low into the sky, shining across the water. And then they point their camera south, and there is no sun south. They go, that's the unexplored area. I've been watching and I've been doing research. There's no 24-hour sun ever south.
So there's no 24-hour sun in Antarctica, right?
Never,
right, Carl?
Never,
is that what you're saying?
No, because they're pictures. That's old school film footage, and they was there for the summer. And it's supposed to be 6 months here and 6 months there if we live on a ball. And I promise you, that moon was behind them, and they were looking south into the unknown land. And if the sun was shining up the fucking sky, pay attention to what I'm saying. it looks different compared to the moonlight. The moonlight is totally different than the sunlight when it lights up the sky. Correct? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, it
And
is.
that
It's
1933 to 35 film footage, they screwed up on that part.
I
You
would
better
say,
watch
I
it.
would
Probably
honestly,
download it right now so you'll understand.
Carl,
33,
I would seriously sit here and I would say, like, they fucked up on the FE thing anyway. I think they fucked up.
I ain't giving no thing. I'm just saying that film footage from back then, I ain't giving nothing. Some people's lost their ways, and it's fine.
So Carl, 24-hour sun in Antarctica is impossible.
None of us have been. None of us have witnessed it.
No,
testimonies from questionable people at best. And
I'm just saying, I'm showing some
all this other
footage that proves it wrong, and they showed it. And if you look at it, they're looking south on that little clip that I showed, and I put it in the chat earlier. And if you look south, I promise you, there's no sun out there.
Yeah,
and that was during your summer.
Carl, and I will speak to that. I will speak to what you're saying, Carl. Is that nothing got proven at all. We're focusing on the thing we're walking around on, versus the rest of them looking at the sky. That's really what it is. It's really nothing else other than that. There's a bunch of people looking at the sky, and I'm like, okay, great. You think you understand the sky? You really don't. You know, I'm interested in the ground I'm walking on, and that's where we're good, buddy. You and me and everybody else in here. I'm focusing on what is the ground. How does the ground behave?
What are you talking about?
Flat, level, fucking Earth is what I'm talking about.
Here's what you can't. I'm going to tell you something you can't do.
Good question, Nicole.
On something that's ever moving. Something that's ever moving. You can't never get something plumb, level, or square on a moving object.
No, you can't. You can't. It's so dumb. It's so stupid.
Ever.
And you want to get you want to get angry at like some of these guys that do engineering and whatever. But actually, the engineering guys are actually the ones. No, I'm not. I'm saying the engineering guys are like, nah, we don't do that. It's flat. We designed it like this, and like it has to be this way because if we do it in any different way, it'll fuck up our design. You know,
I agree.
like,
it's crazy.
And most people don't even think about that shit. I mean, how would you not think about that?
Nah, I hear you, man. It's wild. It's crazy. We know this. We know this about them. However, Mikey got some crazy ass shit standing by, and I really wanna. I know everybody want to see this shit Mikey got, dog.
Yeah. One quick question, Mikey, before you show it. Have you used other phones? And if so, like, what kinds of phones have you tried on that?
Yeah, Galaxy 22 Ultra, and I got a 24 now, FE.
Thank you for showing my stuff, Vlad. I'm fixing to get off here. I'm going to watch your stuff. Like I said, I'm not going to give too much away because I'm going to be on Rico's tinfoil sombrero. Larry's going to be there. Hey, Nico, what's up, girl?
Yeah. And we're
I'll be there now.
We're going to talk about.
Hold on. No. I will interrupt you. So just forewarning. And
she will
I
interrupt
just made your
you.
tile. It has Godzilla on it.
Yeah.
And 38Ks.
But what we are really going to talk about is like how actual engineering and or physics works, which is like if you want to build a thing over a piece of water.
I can tell you all about lasers. I'll tell you all about water. And lasers. Actually, because I work for an engineering firm, andLl tell you about that on the show.
Please
y'all be there. Everybody. Vlad, tell your people to come over and watch, man, and I'm going to show what you're interested in, and I appreciate you having me on here, Mikey. You did excellent work, and like I said, once you look at the film footage from my clip and from the 33, 35 Admiral Byrd expedition, you'll see the moon and how low it is to the horizon and shining on the sky, and you'll know that it's Lowry. I did send it to your thing. I think Rico looked at it, right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, and what I'm saying is, Vlad, if you look at it, brother, it'll show you what's going on, and they show south, and in that little clip that I made, and they looking south, and they're going, we're going to the unknown, and they're looking that way, and the moon's behind them, and there is no sun in front of them looking south. That's all I'm saying. It was dark time and the moon was fucking out. So I'm just saying, look at that, brother, and you'll understand what the fuck's going on. And it's simple. I mean, you know, because I do research, and I'm not saying anything. I know people. I love them.
Mm-hmm.
Some people lost their ways, and that's fine.
For
I
sure.
love it.
But I appreciate that, man, and I'm definitely going to be looking forward to Sunday and what it is you got to present. However, we are still on Friday like a motherfucker, y'all, and I really want to see what Mikey got, because Mikey got some good shit, man. And what Mikey's going to be doing here, whether it's wrong or it's right, because we got some haters in this motherfucker, and that's fine. But what Mikey's doing is different, man, and we need to move this fucking ball. You know what I'm saying? And Mikey, do what you do, bro.
Yeah, and also
I'm out of here, and thank y'all. Hey, like I said,
Carl,
Mikey,
thank you. We'll see you on Sunday.
Remember the inverse square law of light, what I showed you. Remember?
All right.
That's crap. Okay, I love y'all. Y'all be good, and we'll talk about it later.
All right.
And
peace out,
and also, Vlad, we're gonna lurk, so you continue, and we're gonna watch. Love you,
bet,
buddy.
man. You bet. All right, man. Peace, man. Love you back, man. Oh, that was fun, man. That was like Six Flag of craziness. You know what I'm saying? I had a good time. That was a good time. So, Mikey.
Yeah.
Mikey. All right. The floor is yours, homie. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we got the star Sirius on the left. Absolutely beautiful right there.
Yes.
Yeah. And of course, this is the star Capella. And there's a different angle here because it was further in the northeastern sky, and this was in the south eastern sky. This is the same night.
Okay, Mikey, can I ask you something real quick?
Yeah.
With the naked eye, which one appears brighter?
Sirius.
Okay, I figured as much. I didn't want to say nothing, but I figured I'd ask that question.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask another question. So looking at these stars, you said they all look the same, correct?
Yeah, the bigger ones, you can tell that there's some kind of similarity between these two, with the three, whatever these are, the three layers, I guess.
Right.
And this
look like a wheel within that wheel that they keep.
Yeah, exactly. And at this one single frame, it did not produce this. I would call it an ejection outlet. I don't know what it would be, but it didn't show up on this one for some odd reason. But yeah, you can still see that you still
has the other features that's similar to Sirius. And stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, all right. So then, what about Arcturus? Arcturus looks crazy as hell. So you mean to tell me in a nice clear sky,
yes,
Arcturus is going to look like that?
Yeah, it should look like. I would say, well, yeah, it would look like Capella.
Really?
Yeah. And any bigger, brighter star, actually a huge amount of stars, even in the Milky Way. I can tell just by looking at my pictures of the Milky Way that the bigger stars in there with color are going to look like these. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
So then what about the okay, so we saw you had footage of Venus, correct?
Venus, yes.
Okay.
There was one gentleman in there saying that it was not clear, but I put my binoculars in and out of focus, and you saw the video. Yeah.
So Ryder is in here saying, no, it's wrong. You're fucked up. You're terrible. I hate you. So Ryder's going to come in here and say all that. Thank you, Ryder. Ryder, I gave you the opportunity. Would you like to come in and challenge Mikey on his findings? That would be nice. Instead of just casting stones, y'all. If y'all going to come in here and challenge, man. But don't sit there talking shit, man, because people are going to get mad and then they're going to use their wrench and hit you upside the head with it and you won't be found again.
Yeah.
But Mike.
Yeah. My
so Venus is the only planet that you've gotten. You haven't done Jupiter, Mars, or the other ones.
Yeah, I've done Jupiter. I have. Do I have? Where are those pictures? I think they're over in the other one there. I have. Oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah, I don't. Oh here. Yeah. Where's? Well, I have Jupiter here, but there's only one moon visible in this picture. So this is the first moon and then the second supposed moon.
Oh, Ganymede and Io and Callisto and all them stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, I will adjust thanks
Yes.
to the go into the pro cam and adjust the intensity of the light or whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
And
so I have to uphold my end of the bargain. I have to present to you how I think. Well, then again, you can make it however which way you want. But I'm going to present to you basically a spreadsheet that you can use to basically take this information down while you're out there. You know what I'm saying? Call it out, time, date, who you are, where you are, exact GPS location, your cardinal direction that you're pointed at, all that stuff. Why this is important? Because this becomes part of the record, right? You start the record and it then, I guess you could say, becomes a living record. You could use it, rinse and repeat, right?
Sure.
And why is this important? Because all these things, you may think that somebody doesn't need it, but then there are people out there that could use information like that so that they can try and replicate what it is that you did. This is like watch standing 101 as a sailor, right? And another thing is definitely, like, you already know that the humidity is important, right? Or getting humidity or understanding what the humidity is important. Why didn't you calculate what the humidity was while you're out there? What were you thinking? What were you not thinking? Like, talk to me.
Yeah, I was learning. I was learning at the time, and I was just too excited at the moment to get the star, and I totally forgot to even record the humidity. I knew what the temperature was. It was obviously cold, winter, and November and January is quite cold. And so yeah, but I'll be recording all of that when I go to Vegas for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, you guys got.
And again, even to add on to that, the last 2 or 3 months, I have been paying attention to the humidity levels and going outside, and the humidity is like 80-85%. And I go out and record the stars, and it's not. That's why I don't have any video footage of today or the last 2 months. There's no footage to have. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know what the Small Dipper has to do with this, but the Small Dipper becomes way more visible when there's less humidity in the air.
Okay. The Little Dipper.
Yeah, at least that's when I'm able to record the stars clearly. I don't know if that has to do with humidity, but the Small Dipper has to be visible before you record the stars clearly.
Okay. So that's something that C Lightning had mentioned. Are the parameters necessary for us to, or for you to have a good night of shooting the stars? So he mentioned Orion's shield, right? Yep, that's it. There it is. 7 stars. All 7 stars of the Little Dipper, or Orion's shield when he gets the clarity in the sky for the stars. This is correct. Yes, this still stands true. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And so we got Excalibur over here. Is this supposed to be Polaris, you said?
Yes, correct. Yeah. Yeah, this is Polaris. Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting.
So far, and I will get that even way more clear in Vegas or Nevada or even Salt Lake City. Yeah.
So O is saying, holy shit, you're all retarded, especially Mikey and C Lightning. You guys are thick as bricks. So since these guys are dumb as shit, man, I'm giving you the opportunity to come in here, bro. Come in here and just tell them how dumb they are, man.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
come on in here. Tell them how to do it, right?
All the P900 videos and P1000 videos out there, tell them that they're retards too.
Yeah.
Because they're way worse than my pictures.
Yep. And guys, this right here is Mikey's PayPal. You see it on the under-scrolling going on right there. Please.
Yeah, here's my picture I was looking for. Yeah, so these are the moons of Jupiter so far.
Mm-hmm.
These slashes in the sky, whatever they are, I don't.
What I'm gonna do, y'all, is I'm showing that right there. I'm showing that. Okay, I hope. Okay, yeah, I'm showing it. There it is. There it is. That's Mikey's PayPal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to post it to the top. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to post that to the top. Mikey's PayPal. Okay. That is it right there. It is pinned at the top. That's Mikey's PayPal, everybody. That's Mikey's PayPal. We're going to get Mikey, man. We're going to get him out there. We're going to get him there safe. And he's going to be comfortable while he's out there. He's going to have enough gas. You know what I'm saying? So he can get down there and do what it is he needs to do. Yeah. So, come on in here, bro, and tell us why we retards, man. Like, I like being told about myself. That's the best part about having Brenda on here. Vlad, you're a liar, and you know it's wrong what it is you're doing. You know what I realized? Brenda remind me of that motherfucker on Big Top Pee-wee. I don't know if any of y'all have ever seen the Pee Wee Herman movie with Francis. That's who he reminds me of. Reminds me of that motherfucker right there. Pee Wee, you're such a liar. Oh, Francis. Ah! Remember that motherfucker? Anyway. It's late, y'all, and I'm kind of running out of gas.
Hey, Vlad.
Yeah,
man, I gotta jump out. Just before I go, I wanted to let you know that when we talk about, I don't want to go off on a tangent. I'll leave soon.
Yeah.
But when we talk about sun kelk, there's evidence that it's not entirely accurate, especially a video that Vlad's done recently. Not Vlad, your Vlad, that Flatsoy did recently.
Okay.
And he showed that when the sun was rising in his neck of the woods in South Africa, it was still south of east, but it was off by about 10 degrees. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
That, so I don't know what that means, but anyway, it'd be good to do a video on it or review his video he did. Anyway, thanks for having me.
Brother, it's
good stuff,
all
Mikey.
Right. Yeah, good to see you. Yeah.
Yeah, and show Mikey some love, man. The PayPal's right there. The PayPal is right there. Show Mikey some love, man. We're all doing it. It's like the new thing now. So I'm just kidding. Yeah, show him some love, man. $1 or whatever, man. Show him some love. Let's get him to fucking Vegas in one piece.
Yeah, I reckon I'm looking forward to it. And I hope, Mikey, you could do like a 24-hour stream.
Mikey, that'd be keep your ass in the street, boy.
That'd be. I think that'd be good. If you're in Las Vegas and you do 24 hours, that's going to be entertaining.
That's a lot of that's a lot of work. Wow. Yikes.
Yeah.
All right. See you later, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right.
Bye.
Peace out. Peace out, Luke 2343, yes. Man. Good to have you, man. Good to have you.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, you got
good work,
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we need to educate these people here. So this is the firmament. At least that's what I claim. You can tell me something different. I don't know what you'd tell me, but other than it looks like the surface of the moon.
Right. It looks so god dong strange. So what section? So when you're taking these videos of the firmament, right? You said you're going in, you're looking in the Milky Way. Yes.
Yeah. These ones are night shot mode pictures. These are only pictures of the Milky Way. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So what does it look like with our naked eye? Does it look like a big stream of just shit in that part of the sky?
No, it looks littered with stars. Littered. It's unbelievable, beautiful too. Unbelievable. And then again see this star here has color, these two stars, so they're going to look like the star Sirius. At least that's what I'm theorizing right now, but I'm pretty sure I can confirm that when I get to Vegas, yeah.
Okay. So the humidity was around what when you took this video or when you took this picture?
Yeah, I would not have a clue. I wish I did. But I know it was probably less than what it was now. So
okay. So right now, what is the humidity?
Right now where I am?
Yes.
It is
with haste, man. Come on, man. So all right. So Mikey, check this out.
78%.
78%. So all right. So check this out. My recommendations is now kind of train yourself on how you're going to get this information, how you're going to talk this information, because I imagine that you're going to be doing some recording. Actually, you're going to be doing a lot of recording while you're down there, right?
Yeah.
And so I would recommend that you stick to the same script when you're describing what it is you're looking at. Basically, time, date, location, who you are, where you are, cardinal direction you're pointed at, what it is you're looking at, section of sky, GPS location, all that stuff. Basically, rinse and repeat. So guys like in the peanut gallery, like me, right? That even though I'm not in the chat, I will be part of the chat when we stream you live, right? We're going to be getting this stuff live. Like we know the script that you're going to give us. We know how you're going to deliver it to us. And so you don't change it up and it doesn't sound funky every time you give it to us to where we're confused. What you want to do is stick to the same script. It's like a litany. And it's like, you're like, all right, the order is blah, 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 blah. And then you start with the order is every single time. I'm saying that and I'm stressing that because a lot of these guys are going to be here. They're going to be there. They might need to hear it. And if they hear it the same, they'll know what to filter out and what to keep. But when we swap out the words and we change the words with other things, we don't know what we need to filter out. We don't know what we need to keep. And we're stuck listening to you. And even though you might be showing us some good stuff, we're still stuck with what you said the last time. And we're trying to process that. So it's very important that you develop, and I'll help you. I'll make something up for you, something nice and simple. You develop a method.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, that'd be perfect. Thank you.
And how you give it to us and practice now. Go out there and do what it is you're doing, whatever, and then practice now. So then that way, when you get out there, it's like second nature to you.
Yeah. Oh, this freaks me out looking at this picture.
Look at this shit.
Yeah. And then again, this is the one this is so confusing. That's why I zoom in so tight. This freaking box, like it looks like a three-dimensional, well, three layered box almost. It's crazy.
So Ryder, listen, man. Ryder. Seriously. So you don't bug everybody in the chat, bro. Thank you for loving me. I'm offering you an opportunity to come in here and tell Mikey why he's dumb, why I'm listening to him, and how his stuff could be better. Like, please tell us. Like, we're all ears. Please, and we're all eyes. So, I want to know what it is, why it is you feel that way, and what it is you're looking at. Right. You said it in the chat, and I want you to say it in person on live. You understand? I just want to explain why I think what I do and based on what evidence. Okay, I got you, Professor Phil. We tried to have you on here the other night. You weren't here, Professor Phil. And Professor Phil, that wasn't directed at you. That was presented at Ryder, unless you're disguising yourself as Ryder. Which, if you are, Professor Phil, shame on you. If I had a bell, I'd ring it. But shame on you, Professor Phil, if you're a writer. Oh, of course. You don't do Professor. You don't do camera appearances. How convenient.
Yeah.
How convenient. It's all right, man.
I just want to interrupt for a second here, too. For those of you who are trying to deceive me or trying to shut me down, all of us here watching the live stream, the 96 people watching,
97.
We are looking at the same picture, are we not? It's up on the screen. We are looking at the same picture. So somebody needs to tell me what it is. Like, I want at least 20 or 30 people telling me what we're looking at. If it's not the firmament, then you tell me what it is. Is it a head of cabbage, a carrot, a shoebox, someone driving a big semi truck driving down the street? What are we looking at here? Tell me.
He's like, Mikey, you're looking at it wrong. And your idiot flat earth friends, they're stupid too. I hate you. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. Like, you can hate us, fine, but please come in here and explain to us why we're stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I know I ain't the smartest dude in the bunch, but tell Mikey why his stuff is faulty, why it's wrong. Like, I'd love to hear about it. And that's the thing, man. We're in here to learn. So Mikey's presented a new way of looking at the skies And I think this is a big deal because, okay, with all, say he's wrong, guess what? Then he's wrong. And we look stupid. Fine. Have we not, who in here hasn't looked stupid? Who's never looked dumb before? Who hasn't fucked up something before?
Yeah,
I fucked up a lot of times, but I'm willing to fuck up again in the pursuit of progress. So I'm willing to take that chance, and I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is, because I spend a lot of time coming here every fucking weekend, every Tuesday, every Friday, and all I do is I'm just looking for the truth, right? And I give it to you guys from my perspective. When I find something that I believe in or that I think has some kind of value, you know what? I put my fucking money behind it. Now, I'm not saying that we all have the same status, right? The same economic status. I get it, man. It's a little bit different for some people. But at the same time, we're in this fucking community and we want to see something of value come into this community, come out of this community. Some of you guys have been offering, right? Some of you guys have been saying, hey, Mikey, I will do this, I will do that. And it's not about money. It's not about money, but it's about offer something. You know what I'm saying? If you think it's dumb, then fine, you could voice your opinion, but don't sit around here saying it's dumb, being part of the peanut gallery, telling us how dumb we are all day, right? Say what you need to say, then go. But for you guys that find value in it, show that you really mean it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, throw some love out there. Offer your assistance somehow. Offer something, right? Because I don't just do this just to fuck off. I really don't. I really believe in our movement. I really do. And the way I do it is, the way I show it is, hey, man, maybe all I could do right now is just throw some money where I can. If I could do more, I would. I can't. So all I have is a little bit of fucking change in my pocket, and I throw it his way. But I think we should all be of the same accord. Like I sincerely do. If we're really about this business, if we're really about helping Mikey get to where he needs to go and doing, if you really value what Mikey's doing, show that you value it. You know what I'm saying? Express to him that you do. Like I'm doing it. I've done it already. I pay, and then every once in a while he does a show. He's got that little dollar sign down there, man. I throw a couple more dollars down there, man. And that's what I do. People that know, and you guys that are watching me, if you have channels and I watch and you have that little dollar sign down there, you know I'm good for it, man. I jump in your shit and I throw some money towards it. Some of you guys do that for me too. And I shout out to you. Matter of fact, shout out to Justin Johnson. Justin Johnson, you're a stand-up brother, man. I really appreciate you. But I'll tell you this, Justin Johnson, that money that you send me, it doesn't stay with me. It goes right back to you guys. It goes right back to the community, because it belongs with you guys, because you guys are moving the needle. It belongs with y'all. And this is how I do my best to show my appreciation to you guys, man. Like any which way I could do it, like I really want to do it because I appreciate y'all. But it's when you guys do those extraordinary things, like I want to show and I want to express my appreciation for the things that y'all do, So even if we're wrong at the end of the day, who fucking cares? Who cares? Who cares if we're wrong? What are we gonna lose something? Are we going to jail? So what? The Globers are gonna make fun of us because we were wrong about some shit? Well, guess what? They're telling us that the earth isn't flat either, right? So what? If we're fucking wrong, we're fucking wrong. Big fucking deal. I don't think we are. But if we are, we are. But if we're not wrong, think about that. Have you thought about that? What about if we're not wrong? What about if we're not wrong? Now what? Now who's going to say something? Now what? Right? It started with Mikey and his fucking crazy way of viewing the sky. And now what? Now that we're not wrong, now what? You guys were here. You guys contributed to pushing this fucking needle a little bit further. You know what I'm saying? You guys helped make these things happen. So like, let's not all of you. Like, I know you guys are in here and you kind of get it, but some of us, I really think we need to like change some of how we think, man. And it's not about, because all we do is come in here and do videos and all that, man. We need to take it a step further. Like the future is now. The future is happening. I know that sounds corny and cliche, but it is happening. The future is happening, and we're part of it. Whether we want to believe that or not, we're part of it. So are we going to sit here and talk shit, or are we going to fucking make sure somebody's got the fucking legs to go out there and make shit happen? I'm all about the second part. I am all about the second part. So, Mikey, what you got?
Yeah, I got 24% humidity in Las Vegas, so I got to go now.
See,
it's good, yeah.
And then the days that you go out, if they're not what you want, if they're not what you want, then you'll have to go back out again. I'm sorry. But no, it's not forgiving you for your discernment. But Ryder, if you're sincere about how he's fucking something up, come over here and speak your argument. Don't sit here casting stones and hiding your hand. You come over here and you stand up like a fucking man and explain yourself. There are people that don't agree with them, and then you know what they do? They come in here and they explain themselves. Brenda is a man or a woman, something like that. But Brenda comes in here fucking off. But even though I can't stand a motherfucker, he comes in here and says it like a man. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't agree, come in here and please explain what it is that he's doing wrong. Because we're in here to learn too. We're in here to learn, bro. Come on now.
And I want to learn from your videos and pictures that they take of the stars.
You know? Yeah, let's do it your way and let's see what kind of results we get.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, because I've done my work. I've done hundreds of hours of work, so I need to learn from them, I guess. And again, I'm doing a side-by-side comparison between obviously the Milky Way and the firmament here and the moon on the right. You still have these little tiny craters, if that's what you want to call them, and they appear to be in the firmament here exactly the same. So again,
which is absolutely wild.
Yeah, I can't. I just like Vlad. Here's one for you, Vlad. So a buddy of mine, we found a Sirius XM studio in one of the hotels in Las Vegas. Guess where I'm going with my picture? Sirius XM radio. I'm going to take them a physical copy of the Sirius Star, and I'm going to present them with that, and they are going to use that as their logo.
Wow.
Yeah. And
guys.
I'm not leaving that place until I talk to the manager.
Mikey's going to go and be like, no, I'm not getting arrested. You're going to use my fucking video. No, you're going to use my fucking photo. I'm not leaving until you do. Yeah. It's not a head of cabbage. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, geez. That's a horrible impersonation of me. Horrible.
So hey, man. Hey, whatever, man. Go over there and you present. You know what? It's going to sound wild, Mikey, but you need to fucking take those steps. I back you up 1,000%.
Yeah, exactly, man. No problem.
Who Ryder is, I am who I am. I am not ashamed of who. Wait. Professor Phil, nobody's jumping on your case, Professor Phil. I was fucking with you and I was like, oh, if you're Ryder, shame on you. It's a joke. Nobody's jumping on you.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's jumping on you. I'm not jumping on you. We love you in here, Professor Phil. Even though you're a Glober, we still love you. And we still have love for you. So you're good. You have copywritten your photo. Mikey. Oh, Joyce B has asked. Mikey, have you copywritten your photo?
I have no idea what that means.
That means have you put a copyright on your photo? That's yours.
No.
You might want to do that.
Yeah, no, I know that.
You might want to do that like ASAP. And Russell Gregory asks, Mikey, do you have a Western Union near you?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I picked up money.
He does.
Yeah.
So Russell Gregory, yes, he does. He does have a Western Union near him.
If I'll put my email in the chat there if they need to email me for information.
Yeah. Oh, there goes Mikey's email right there in the chat, family. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to post that to the top. I'm going to pin that to the top. It's been replaced. There it is.
Is it hard to create a copyright?
Dude, copyright that shit ASAP. Yes, exactly. Mikey, go copyright that fucking thing. Mikey, go copyright.
Oh, I know how to
Porter, you're talking, but you're not
Yeah,
because we can't hear you.
I think it's like $60 to submit a work.
Right.
And I
Okay.
think it's lasts for like 6 years or something like that.
Yeah,
And you
because
renew it. So
I trademarked the technology, and it
Right.
just lost. It just lost its. It says dead or something like that. Yeah, I've got a patent. I've got a patent, y'all. I've got a patent number for a technology that I made. Yeah.
So what? Let me read this one. This is in relation to the states. You can register a tangible creative expression for a fee of $15. What does that mean? Is that the same
I
thing?
think that's just going to give you a federal stamp just to show you that you have some kind of tender.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's going to be something that like is really a progressive kind of like stamp, though. You know what I'm saying? But what do you think, Vlad?
Well, I don't know about pictures. I honestly don't.
I know.
But no, these guys are right. You need to copyright that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
need
that's
to
a
make
smart
that
thing.
yours. That is your intellect. That's yours.
Yeah.
Just do a dive into it. Wouldn't you
Yeah.
say, Vlad? Just do a
Well,
dive. Look into it.
do a dive and get it done as soon as possible. That's
Yeah.
what I said.
Yeah.
Like, don't fuck around.
You can
dude.
go to us.gov, copyright.gov, I think. And
Copyright office.
Yeah,
Right.
.gov. Yeah, copyright
And
office.
it will take a month or two before you. It doesn't matter whether it takes
Yep.
2 months or 8 months. Get it in the fucking thing now.
Yeah, but as soon as you submit it, it's proactive. You may not
Yes.
get your paperwork to show people, but that's the day that you've already got it.
Exactly. Do it live now. Yeah, Lord Racer, do it live now. Yeah, do it now, Mikey.
And dude,
Like,
if
don't
you wanna
like no,
get-
no, we're serious. Do it
Yeah,
now.
if you want to get technical with it, this is legal tender right here too, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If you had the money to fight it, if somebody big with money, you'd have to, you know.
Well, and the thing is, like, I've got like so would not having the like the date that I posted it on YouTube, is that not credible too?
I don't think, as of the work, probably the
Yeah.
day you submit it. But
No,
if
it's
you
the
don't
day you
submit
submit
it,
it.
this would be your only escape for showing that you had it before they did.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yes.
yeah,
Exactly what Howard said. But no, your thing is don't fucking sit there thinking and
Yeah,
with
yeah.
your thumb up your ass, dude.
That's exactly
Get
right.
the fucking work and do it now because there are people out there that will steal your shit,
Yeah.
especially fucking Sirius XM.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't sit
The one
around
thing
on-
about our census panel is when they start getting the spark of intrigue about a topic when other people are around you, when
Yeah.
you got a collective thinking about it, and Vlad is very right about this to press in on it because it's very important. And so when we get that sensation that comes up and you see a PowerPoint or some kind of expression behind it, it
Yeah.
probably is real. And so I feel strongly that you should. I'm sure Vlad does.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
totally. Don't sit on this, dude.
Creed.
Yeah, because getting this out to the public, like I'm surprised that whoever brought up the whole copyright in there,
Yeah,
you're a
it's not
genius.
that much.
Because we sat here on this thing for weeks now.
Yeah.
Actually, Mikey, you sat here on this for years,
Yeah.
trying to get this to everybody, but people have been ignoring you.
Yeah.
Good. Because now that they told you to fucking go out there and do what you need to do, you need to go out there and you need to do it, dude. Like,
It's
don't
called
wait
a
around.
work. Look
Yeah.
up how much does it cost to copyright a work?
Yeah, it says here in Canada, the fee is $50 online applications and
Cheaper than America.
$65 for paper. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Dude.
probably want to get all of it.
Yeah.
Just do it right.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
way you got
you know what?
legal tender, physical
Yes.
tender.
First off, you need to get serious. Get serious. Get your best picture. Get that. Use
Yeah.
that. That is, and then the other stuff. Then you could get the other stuff. But right now, you want to get the ball rolling.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trademark.
It's not
Good
stupid.
stuff.
You're stupid.
Yeah.
I found one right here in the city, just 3 hours north of me. I have a phone number I can phone.
Yeah. Get it done. Get it
They're
done now.
calling-
Don't waste no time.
Yeah. Okay. I'll phone them tomorrow. Well, they might not be open tomorrow, but yeah, Monday. for
Joyce
sure.
B says there's a video on YouTube called "How to Copyright Your Photography and Make Money on Copyright Infringements." Says Joyce B.
Wow.
That's not her real, but that's probably she's like, that's the worst impression of me you ever made.
Right?
That's not how I sound.
Oh my goodness. I've been dealing with the chat, Vlad.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. I've got to go back into some ether cosmology videos and like look up papers and then go and screenshot some actual papers and bring papers to the forefront. There's over like 30 years. There's over 30 years of proof showing that there's a positive charge above us.
Right.
That it has a downward, it's coming downward to ground.
Right.
It's just enough to set the bias. That's it. Right? The rest has to do with how dense of making up the weight of some object that's going to just go down because the bias is going to, it's just setting the downward bias. Everything is intrinsically electric. We all know this. And
damn, anytime I hear of biases, I'm thinking forward biasing with Zener diodes.
Yeah.
This is back awesome in my electrician's days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diodes. It just sets the downward
like
bias. That's it. Yeah. That's it. And it's simple stuff. It's so simple. That's some of the most basic physics about this whole thing. It doesn't have to have this fictitious force that doesn't exist. We know it's an electrical rating above us. It increases. And we all know how electricity works. Positive charge goes to ground. It's going to ground.
Positive goes to negative. Well, a lot of people don't know how electricity works.
Right.
Believe it or not. You know.
That's right. You're right. A lot of people that,
we think we do. We draw little diagrams with the freaking battery and then, you know, resistor and shit and the damn simple stuff like that in a direct DC, direct current. Yeah, there we go.
Right.
And the direct current system. So I mean, yeah, man, like we think we do. I know I used to be an electrician back in the day. I used to be an electrician.
So you know about Lenz's law of induction.
Well, yes, I did know about Lenz's law.
They changed that definition in 2019. Oh, it's now the law of conservation.
See, I didn't know that. And my thing is, Lenz's law, Coulomb's and all them stuff, Ohm's law, freaking, like, I forgot everything. Faraday's, right.
It's still there, though. It's still there.
Yeah, I forgot all that. All that. Freaking
I just learned it, though.
Inductive reactances, like, I forgot everything, dude.
Gaussian surfaces, stuff like that.
Yeah, like all that shit. I like just as long as I don't shock myself, and I know how to freaking apply the principles that I learned to keep myself safe right now. But when I was a young sailor, I was a hot fucking electrician. I was good.
That's what's up.
Now I'm a cold electrician, and I don't want to test if I'm good or not.
That's right.
I don't want to.
But everything goes to ground, though.
Yep. Oh, amen. You don't want to be the ground.
And it's coming down too from above.
Yep. And you don't want to be the ground. You don't.
No.
So, Mikey Smith, do you have anything else to present for tonight?
Not a chance. No, I'm getting tired.
That's all you got, Mikey Smith? And hey, that's fair. But Mikey Smith, listen, you have orders, okay? And you must get that taken care of.
Yeah.
You got it, big brother.
Yes, the next time we talk to you, Mikey Smith will have gotten that paperwork started, right, Mikey Smith?
Yes, correct. Yeah, Monday morning for sure. Yeah, Monday morning for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to do the research and see if you could get it done tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I'll phone and see if they're open. Yeah, I'll phone tomorrow. Yeah, if they're open. Yeah.
See if you can get that done tomorrow, man. And even if you could get it done online and it could be done faster through a reputable company, get it done as soon as possible.
Okay, cool. Yeah. No, I will. Yeah.
But family, man, Porter, do you got anything, bro?
I appreciate you again, man. I'm doing better now. My ribs are getting better. I did have to go to the hospital the other day. I got x-rays. I got 3 fractures.
God damn, man. You can't do nothing with broken ribs. You can't laugh. You can't cough. You can't sneeze. You can't cry. You can't blink. Broken ribs suck, man.
Sneezing was killing me in the morning because I'm in, but anyway.
Laying down.
I'm seeing some light though today, though, Vlad. I'll honestly say, last couple of nights I would wake up at 4 a.m. and then have to sit up to sleep. It was just weird, bro.
Yeah, man.
But anyway, I'm gonna be better.
Yeah.
But anyway, I appreciate this, man. I appreciate these talks, and we're all just trying to look for truth, y'all.
Yeah.
That's all it
up,
is,
Mikey.
guys.
We supporting you, man. So don't think we are. And look, when it gets hot in the kitchen, just break out the little, you know what I'm saying? Make a fan real quick, because this. They got Perons out there, and even in the chat.
Yeah, exactly. And people are going to give you shit. Yeah, people are gonna give you shit. Expect
so
to
just
get a
roll with it,
lot
bro.
of shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna get
I
a
catch
lot
it
of
on
shit.
Facebook, Vlad. Bad,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. Oh man, trust me. I got it at Facebook. I get it from my family. I get it everywhere. I get
I
it
do lives
everywhere.
on Facebook. I've been doing them for 5 years on Facebook.
Girls don't want to talk to me.
That's a trip.
They're like, oh, hey, wait, you a flat earther? Yeah, nah, I'm good. And I'm like, gee, Ronald,
Yeah, but
Hamburglar.
that's I don't know. I think it's a whole different vibration when you transfer from the lies to truth.
Yeah.
You
Like
know?
I don't care when girls don't want to talk to me because I'm telling the truth. I'm like,
That's
whatever,
right.
man.
Well,
I'm
look,
like, whatever,
God
bitch.
bless
You
y'all.
ugly
I'm gonna
anyway,
drop out.
bitch. Like, let me stop. Yeah.
Cool, guys. Well, I'm gonna
So,
jump in then. Yeah, I'll jump
Mikey,
off.
you good, man? You ain't got no last words, bro?
No, my last words would be, yeah, I don't know what my last words would be, but yeah, thanks for all the support and get me to Vegas and I'll put on a good show for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, man. You got it, brother. You got it.
Yeah, you
All
betcha.
right, family. That's it, dog. We out of tricks for the night.
God bless. Peace out.
Peace out, bro. Peace out. So Porter's gonna go. He's gonna go get some tea, man. He's gonna go heal up his ribs, man. And then that's it. And then, oh my Lord, have mercy. Nah, Brenda, you gotta go, homie. Nah, man, you gotta go. I ain't doing that shit tonight. We ending the show tonight. Sorry, family. Man, I'm gonna get up out of here. Brenda's in here just clawing at the fucking wall like an angry cat. So before I get out of here, let me leave y'all with my blessing. I wish you guys nothing but the best, family. Health, wealth, love, joy, prosperity. And most of all, wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. Guys, listen. I know we come in here and we chop it up and we talk shit. But we've got when we have these things going on and everything, man, let's take advantage, man. Let's take advantage. Let's be part of the adventure and let's make sure that these people get these things done so we can have something to grab onto, something to work with. You know what I'm saying? I know they sound crazy. These sound like some wild ass trips, man. I get it. But somebody got to do them, right? Why can't it be us? Why can't it be one of our own, right? Even though he's a Canadian and Canadians are friendly and weird, Mikey Smith is a good dude, and we're gonna see to it that he does good work. You know what I'm saying? And you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Joyce B, hit me up. Hit me up. You know where to find me. Now you know where to find me. So hit me up, Joyce B. You got my email, right? Okay. So family, again, nothing but the best. Health, wealth, love, joy, prosperity, most of all, wisdom, 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 family. And with that, I love you all. I love you all. And I can't wait for what, Tuesday? Yeah, that's right. Tuesday, we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. And we're going to come correct. And Mikey Smith will have done his homework. And also, I will show you something that I'd make for Mikey Smith for his trip. All right. So, family, that's all we got. We're out of gas. Talk to you Tuesday. Enjoy your weekend. Peace, peace, peace. Love y'all. Mwah, mwah. Love you guys. Mwah. You're amazing.